excited I am. Good shit, this is.
Well, well, well. What have we here? How you doing, everybody? Welcome back to your favorite duo, whatever the fuck. I don't know what I'm trying to say here. It's Sessions on Dagobah, motherfuckers. We're back. We got a lot of good Star Wars news. You already know the deal. I'm Lord Swoonsky, joined by Outer Rim Transmissions, or as I said in the second episode, good old Outer Ram. How you doing, good buddy?
Hello there. Oh, dude, we are doing good. We are back. I'm so excited. It's been around 4 weeks since the last episode. A lot's happened, and it's the perfect time of year. Halloween just happened. Time to get a little toasty and get a little smoky. That's what I'm excited about. And we got a lot of Star Wars stuff to talk about today. I'm so excited for this episode. How's everybody doing? For those of y'all in the chat.
Oh, well, I think we got a third person here on my little add to screen things. You want to introduce who that might be?
Yes, I do. So, everybody, this is my good boy, Anime Blinkers. We're going to have on real quick right here. He's one of my boys, actually a fellow nerd venger from Josh of the Den of Nerds. So, this is my boy, Anime Blinkers. Where is he at? There we go.
What's
What up,
what's
dude?
going on, everybody?
How are we, man?
I'm doing well, bro. I'm doing well. Thanks for having me on, boys. It's my name's Donnie. I'm from Anime Blinkers, and I I have a channel about anime, and I like to talk about anime. But Star Wars is my first love, so I appreciate you guys having me on.
Of course,
Absolutely, dude. I mean, I'm so happy that you were able to get on here for this episode. I mean, I've been wanting to get you on for a few weeks since we started this. Because for all y'all who don't know, Donnie and I are friends behind the scenes, and I know he's a huge Star Wars fan, and we also both like to roll up a little bit and have a good time. So this is the perfect combination here.
Yeah, it's a great combo, and there's a lot of good topics to talk about. I feel like there's a lot of good Star Wars news right now, a lot of good things to speculate about, theories, and there's obviously some bad speculation, but there's definitely a lot of substance to get into.
Oh, for sure, for sure.
All right, boys. Well, before we get into what's on the agenda today, real quick, what's been going on with both y'all's channels lately?
It's been a little rough. Been busy as fuck lately. I'm still working on the. Well, I'm not. Well, I still need to film and edit, so I am still working on it. But I completed Clone Force 97's challenge of finding 10 things that I liked in The Rise of Skywalker.
Impossible.
Very, very difficult to do, actually. Believe it or not. And yeah, that'll be coming out soon, probably, if I ever feel like actually recording it.
And then what about you, Donnie?
Nice. So my channel's a little bit different. It's not particularly Star Wars orientated. I did do an Ahsoka like a prayer video, like a little edit with her doing Anakin's training and then Order 66. It's like 1 minute and 30 seconds. But
Ooh.
my channel, I can relate to nerd. I've been very busy as well. So I have a few videos that are recorded and are like kind of halfway, a quarter of the way edited. I'm finishing up this series. It's Solo Leveling. It's like a big popular new anime. I read the entire I read the entire manga. It won Anime of the Year, so I know the story pretty well. And I knew before it won Anime of the Year it was gonna win, so I decided to make my channel and just kind of go off that. And I do a segment that's like deleted panels and cut scenes that basically they removed from the original source content when making the anime. And so I'm just finishing up 2 of those, and then from there my channel is just it's going to go a bunch of different ways. I'm reading a few different mangas, so I'm going to do chapter reviews for those. I'm going to do a couple news videos. One thing like I want to do specifically, I took a bunch of notes. I watched the whole series. I don't see a lot of people talking about it, and it's really good. I don't know if you guys seen it, but it's the Star Wars Visions. It's
Oh
actually
yeah.
like it's actually like a pretty solid anime series. Like most of them are one-off. Some of them have got sequels, but
Yes.
or follow-up episodes, I should say. The Ninth Jedi is getting its whole series.
That's true. Yeah.
So, but yeah, that I'm gonna talk about that on the channel, and I just have a whole bunch of anime stuff I'm planning on talking about in the coming years. Anime is doing really well, and like Star Wars is my first love, but it's tough, man. I think we all know how it is, you know. So, but I hope we can turn the corner, as they say. Is that the you
Yeah.
know what
No.
the fuck I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Let's
You know what
round
I'm
the
saying?
corner here. Turn
Yeah.
the tide. Well, dude, I love that, man. That's all good stuff. And yeah, I'm so happy to see that. I remember when you were talking to me about starting your channel, and it's been so cool to be watching that. So solo leveling, dude, that sounds pretty sick.
Yeah, I'm finishing up that series and moving on to other things, and I'll do more when the next season comes out for Soul Leveling. That was just when I started; it was very popular, so it was smart to make content revolving around it. But I've been watching your channel, bro. It's been growing like very nice. You've been very consistent with putting out content, which is something as like trying to be an aspiring YouTuber that you definitely have to stay focused with or stay consistent with. You know,
Yo, dude, I appreciate it.
so props to you.
I wish I was more consistent. I mean, some of my videos are like 4 weeks apart, right? So it's like, oh god
Mm,
damn, man. And just like both y'all, it's life's been so busy, especially with like my main job and then trying to
of
put out
course.
content. And I've made some changes to how I make the content. Like lately, I've been using a lot more of my own voice, which has made things easier. Now I'm doing, writing, editing, and vocal recording. But I got my part 2 video for the most recent Ahsoka leaks. It's all written. It's like partially recorded, and then I'll get the editing done. So I'm trying to get that out this week ASAP. Then I got about like 2 lore videos that I'm working on that I want. They're gonna be like those short lore videos, as well as I'm gonna do some major deep dives on, and we're gonna talk about it today, but major deep dives on the Mortis gods, that arc itself, more theories I have, and how it's going to connect to Ahsoka.
Good shit. Good shit.
Nice. Yeah, you got a lot there that you got planned out and working on, bro. That's what I was saying. Like there's a lot of good Star Wars or potentially good Star Wars content being produced right now.
Yeah, so let's see if they can stick the landing. But I think it's a good segue here, boys. First, let's just go over. Hey, everyone in the chat. We're going to tell you a little bit about what we're going to be talking about today. And as we keep talking about, there's a lot, right? A lot to do with Ahsoka season 2, right? News, leaks, rumors, right? Comments from Bryce Dallas Howard. Some new comments that also came from Rosario Dawson that I might pull up later. Theories, right? Abeloth, the ones, everything like that, as well as some really big news that has hit the Star Wars world and within the last week or two, right? That canceled Hunt for Ben Solo movie. Now the new information about Iger versus KK, who's really to blame. Then we're also going to talk a little bit.
Spoiler alert, it's both.
It's both. And then we're going to get into Disney Star Wars profits, right? When it comes to we found more information out for their budgets, the movies, how are they doing? Then we'll do our classic smoke break, because this is the only podcast on YouTube that's going to talk about your 2 favorite things, Star Wars and getting a little bit lifted. And then we're going to talk to you about a rewatch that we all did of the Mortis arc, because how that's going to tie directly
Dude,
into
I can't wait for that, man. Dude, I forgot how great Mortis arc was until this rewatch.
dude.
Like,
It
I knew
fucking
it was
goes.
great, but I texted Outer Rim and he made the joke about it. Like, it didn't even like cross my mind. I called this arc God tier, and it is literally God tier because it deals with God.
Yep.
So,
Yep. So we're gonna get deep into that. That's the sweaty lore part after everyone gets a little bit reignited, if you know what I mean. And then we're gonna break down Josh's video about Bob Iger as well, because that's be part of our video reaction segment. And then we're going to also talk about George Lucas moving on from Star Wars. And then we're going to finish with some funny AI videos. We're all going to laugh our asses off.
We do. I did get one more little news topic right before we hopped on here.
Okay.
It does involve Mark Hamill and Starfighter. So
Oh, okay. So yes, when it comes time, share that because I want there to be a little bit of surprise. That sounds pretty cool. I don't even know what you're talking about.
Mark Hamill and Starfighter, yeah, that's I don't even that's news to me. I'm interested.
So I'm assuming it's more like comments he made about Starfighter.
a little bit, I guess you can say.
Okay, okay. Well,
Interesting.
before we get into it, boys, I think we should be telling everybody how we're enjoying our session on Yoda's Hut. What do both y'all got?
Like always, I don't know the strain names of my shit. I just go to my dude and tell him, give me some indica. But we smoking on the good old Dabarooskis, good old wax, good old Benjamin sometimes.
Nice, I like it. A little
Nice.
Obi-Wan Kenobi.
That's right. Very nice. Yeah,
What
so
you got?
they don't, I named my channel Anime Blinkers for a reason. So I'm a big blinker guy. I usually have a pen for casual, but for tonight I got it's a little nectar collector, something quick and easy for the session. I'm smoking on some hazelnut cream rosin, and yeah, man, that's it, dude. We're a little baked already. We're ready to go to another galaxy far, far away. You know what I mean?
Hell
Bro, I've
yeah,
been in a
dude.
galaxy far, far away since like 12 this afternoon.
Yeah, it's 24/7 for nerd. And then for me, boyos, I'm just doing a nice little J Skilo rolled up, and I'm doing some of those runts that Donnie that you helped me out with. What is that called?
Nice. I forget, dude.
It's
It's either
like
pink
the
runs or
pink.
orange sherbet runs.
It's the pink.
Pro-
It's the pink one.
Probably the pink runs, yeah.
Yeah, no, I like it when I'm doing that stuff on stream because compared to the what is it, the kept secret one
Mm-hmm.
that you also showed me, it's like this the pink runs definitely gets me a little bit more talkative for show.
So the pink runs it's a hybrid as well because most strains are hybrids these days, but
Yep.
it's more heavy on the sativa leaning.
Mm-hmm.
And the kept secret's kind of right in the middle. It's like a 60-40. It goes, I believe, a little bit more indica. It's hard to keep up though because they make so many strains and it's mostly everything's a hybrid and leans one way.
Oh yeah.
You do
Or
get
cross
some that are
pollinated.
Yeah, you do get some that are a lot heavy indica leaning, but those sativa
Those are my
ones are
favorite.
are they're hard to find. They're a rare gem. So if you find some, keep them, keep them.
Yeah. I mean, I
You
remember back in the day when something could be super sativa leaning, and then you're getting freaked out. But now it's so hard to find that, but people
I
just
would
make up
kill
for
for
I
it.
don't
something
like
like that.
sativas, bro. I end up freaking out. I have panic attacks when I smoke too much of that shit.
Yeah. I mean, but nowadays people just up the THC percentage so high. It doesn't matter what it is. You're going to be fucking freaking out. It's
Yeah,
too
no,
much.
most
Some of it's too much, dude. I want the chill shit. I don't want to be like, freaking out. F that. What's everyone in the chat got? Anyone here in the chat? You guys drinking something, rolling up something, sparking? What do you guys got for anyone who's here?
We got Obi Sean calling us bitches.
Classic Obi-Wan Kenobi. Classic.
Who's smoking the dabs? Who's smoking the dabs?
Yeah, that's what I want to know. Who's doing that? Who's having fun with that?
What, with dabs? That'd be me, sir.
Yeah, that's how you get to a galaxy far, far away real quick. I'll tell you.
But all right, but guys, so first things of the night, right? Ahsoka season 2. A lot's been coming out, a lot of news, a lot of rumors, and they just finished filming, right? Filming just wrapped, I think, within the last 3 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
Now, there's a lot to dig into there, but I think something that is great to start off with is let's talk about Bryce Dallas Howard's comments when she was at LA Comic Con not too long ago. Have you guys seen that yet?
I have not. I have not actually. So actually, no. I do believe I heard of something, but I can't really remember. So I could use a refresher.
Well, Nerds pulled it up, so we got a lot of good stuff here. So first things first, right? She kind of released that the runtime of the episodes will be between like 45 and 60 minutes.
That's right. Mm-hmm.
I
I
don't know
feel
if
like
you
this
guys
all
makes me
needs
happy.
to be because I'm sick and tired of the Disney Plus formula of shit's getting really fucking good, and then boom, it ends.
25-minute episode, and then the next week, 40-minute episode, and then the other week, 33. I hate the Disney Plus formula. I hate the way they do TV. I hate the whole new streaming wave. I hate 8-episode seasons. I want 10, 12 or more. I want them all to be 45 minutes to an hour if we're going to do that short. And yeah, like I'm so happy to hear that there will be some consistency of 45 to an hour.
I'm like happy with that, but like also at the same time, like I'm a little dissatisfied with the fact, like kind of like how you were saying that, like why are they only like 8 episodes, 6 episodes? Like, TV shows back in the day, seasons were like 16, 20 episodes.
Yep.
Now it got cut down to 14, 12, 10, and now we're begging for just to get 45-minute episodes with a eight episode season. So as long as the story's strong though, and if 45
Yeah.
minutes to 60 minutes, I mean that sounds good. That sounds good. I just it's hard with Star Wars. I always want to nitpick things because so many things have just dissatisfied me over the years. But I guess 45 minutes to an hour, that's not bad. I still feel like we should get more episodes though.
Absolutely. I mean, I if it was 10 episodes, I don't think I'd really complain.
I
Right?
agree.
It's a nice number. We've seen shows in the past that can do 10-episode seasons. It works. Now,
Hmm.
having it be a consistent 45 to 60 minutes definitely makes it a way better value add than last season or for a lot of the other shows. Because
I agree.
one issue with so many of these shows, and Marvel has it too, it's the pacing, the story structure. It seems like you made a really, really long movie and just cut it up at random spots. And like, I need an episode to feel complete a lot of the times, right? I need an
Hmm.
episode to feel that there's a build up, there's a climax, and then there's some type of resolution, even though there might be this overarching storyline throughout that's fully not resolved. But I need an episode to
Hmm.
feel complete. And some of these shorter episodes on all these shows, it just leaves you wanting more, or it leaves you being like, that was it, and that also sucked.
Hmm. No, I agree.
So good news from Bryce. But next year, to improve color design and cinematography, they hired the cinematographer from Rogue One and has been brought on board, which is great. I mean, I loved Rogue One. I loved the way it looked, right? And I know that played into a lot of how Andor looked. And compared to Ahsoka season one, where some episodes were super lacking in color grading and some of the shots that they took, some of it looked fake. This is a very nice news update. What do you guys think?
So I did. Oh,
I
my bad. I'll let you go first, nerd. Sorry.
I could care less about the people from Rogue One. I mean, I'm not the biggest fan of that movie to begin with. It's got the same plot as A
Blasphemy.
New Hope. So, um, I guess it's cool that they're going to be working on how it looks. Again, I could care less about that. I thought season one looked good as it was. They just needed to improve on the saber choreography and fuck off with Sabine being force sensitive.
Yo, we'll get into that. I totally agree with you on the Sabine thing. But I will say this: has anyone here seen Kai Patterson's cut of the Ahsoka show?
I have
No,
not.
I heard of it though, but I haven't seen it.
One, it's fantastic. The what he cuts out and what he keeps, and everything, it makes the story way better. It cuts out like so much of that Sabine stuff. It's amazing. But what he did with the special effects and the coloring, right, and the way he enhanced that, it makes you then really realize, wow, the Ahsoka show was not even close to cooking with how it looked.
Uh huh.
He enhanced that. So I encourage everybody to go watch that Kai Patterson cut and be like, wow, the colors look way better. The shots look sharper. The special effects look better. I mean, I'll give you a tidbit. When Anakin's fighting Ahsoka in the World Between Worlds, after they come out of the Clone Wars flashback, they're not fighting again on the bridge in the World Between Worlds. They're fighting on
I've seen
Malachor.
that. I've seen clips of that. That is so fucking sick.
He did that, dude, and it looks way better. It's
Okay,
so sick.
I'm gonna have to check those out. I heard of it. I didn't know that it looked that good. To be honest with you, I kind of agree with Nerd. Like for me, I didn't think that season one looked that bad. I know some people had issues with it. I think they filmed the majority of it on what they call, if I'm not mistaken, you guys could correct me, it's called the volume.
Correct.
Or yeah, so it's a little bit different. Some people didn't like it. I thought it looked okay. I actually heard about that, the cinematography. I totally butchered that. But
Cinematography.
cinematography. There you go. That's how you know I smoked a
Donnie
little
had a
bit.
stroke.
Yeah, the cinematography. So I heard about that, and the whole time, I'm slow and stupid. I'm like, cinematography. I'm like, that doesn't sound like choreography. And in my opinion, I agree with Nerd. Like, that's the only thing I wanted to see better. Like, it was very, because obviously in animation, like Ahsoka's very impressive with her lightsaber skills. Her fighting style is very acrobatic. It's hard to do that in live action. The Balin fight wasn't too bad. But the choreography I think needed the most improvement, and I'll just say this: I didn't mind the Sabine Force thing. I actually enjoyed it. So like,
Ooh.
we can, if we talk about
We
that
kick
later,
him off.
I can give you my thoughts. What was that?
I was like, can we kick him off?
No. No, but yeah, I think we'll get into it a little bit.
I'll tell you why. It's just I like anime, um, and a lot of animes so they have a lot of the same characteristics of a Star Wars story, and that basically is it's like a shonen, a
Yeah,
Star Wars is like a shonen. So it's like
correct.
a
Yeah.
good versus evil, a coming of age story, the hero's journey, the call to adventure, the underdog tale. It's very high fantasy, and in a lot of animes you see the main character like have to struggle, progress, and get better. And George Lucas did say that anybody can use the Force, so I don't know the exact quote, but it's somewhere along the lines is they have to train to use it, or somewhere along those lines. So like I didn't mind it as much. It felt like she like worked for it. Not every moment in Ahsoka like hit for me, but overall, as a whole, I enjoyed it. You know what I'm saying? That's how I feel.
I
So
got you. I got
crucify me if you want, but I think it was
Well,
okay.
Clone Force is crucifying you for just liking anime in general.
Hey, some
you.
people will. Some people will. It's
Yeah.
actually anime is good though. You could see it taking off a little bit. That's why I
Anime
started
is
it more.
so good, dude. I mean, two anime movies one of them already just beat out Superman and almost so many of the Hollywood movies this year, besides fucking
Hmm.
Minecraft. But
And so when that movie opens in China, the Demon Slayer Infinity Castle movie,
oh, it's gonna go
it
nuts.
it's probably gonna break 1 billion. I don't I know it'll break 800 to 900, but it's probably on its way to break 1 billion. So
It
we'll
should. That
see
movie
though.
was so good.
Oh, it was phenomenal. The Chainsaw Man movie was really good too. I don't know if like because you guys do more Star Wars related content. I just don't see people talking as much about Star Wars Visions, which Clone Force, I just seen that. I just don't like anime. That's cool though. Clone Force, did you like? I was just about to ask them. Did you like Star Wars Visions? Did you see it at all? Like, I don't see many people talking about it.
I
It's
like
not.
it.
I've got a very funny story about Visions, and I
Mhm.
made a clip about it. My buddies, Clone Force, Kyber Forge, Wrath of Mandalore, and a bunch of us were doing a live stream all night during Star Wars Celebration Japan.
Oh, cool.
Well, we covered the Vision panel. Every single announcement that these people announced, there was crowd cheering and all that shit.
Mhm.
They go, who's ready for Star Wars Visions Volume 3? It was silent. Nobody fucking nobody. Not a fucking sound, bro.
Yeah, it
And
was hilarious
this
watching
isn't like
that
a panel that you could just go to.
Bro,
You
in
actually
Japan,
signed
bro.
up to go to these fucking. Yeah, I understand. People say that it's Japan and it's a cultural thing that they weren't cheering because it's
Oh, I wasn't saying that. I was like, damn, even in Japan, they're not like getting hyped for it.
yeah, no, but people have tried to hit me with well, traditionally they're not very loud people. Okay, but during Ahsoka, everybody was fucking cheering when they announced that shit.
That's so interesting because like obviously like I think it's kind of like kind of more well known that anime is like seemingly to like be picking up here in the States
Oh
as far as
yeah,
in popularity. And it's so interesting because Star Wars is actually, you know, it's a huge IP. It's my first love. And I love anime and I've watched all three seasons. They've made three seasons. They're all really good. They're very cool short stories, like Star Wars tales with like an anime style take. You could see some of the Japanese.
season 2 was a kind of a little downgrade, but season 1 was sick. I just started season 3 today.
Okay, so you have it. You know you've seen it and stuff.
Yeah, yeah, I'm a
It
fan
It's
of it.
almost
it's
done
just
with
interesting
season
to see
one.
that all these anime fans aren't, because anime is so big. Like there's not all these anime fans running to Star Wars to watch it, and then all the Star Wars fans aren't really too keen on it either, from what it seems like to me. But then they've made three seasons, and I really like it. They're all good, so I just don't know where
Yeah.
people stand
Well,
on it.
I think there's a reason why they went back to only the Japanese studios for season 3. Because season
Yeah,
2 was international, and then they're like, "Hey, we're just going back to the Japanese studios for season 3." I think based on kind of what you're thinking and what I'm gathering from that information, also is there is more of a draw to the anime side of things. Also, the anime world is something that's growing so much in the Western world over here, the Western Hemisphere. And oh my God, it is for me as a huge Star Wars fan, first love, versus an anime fan for the last God handful of years at this point. I
hmm
mean, yeah, you said it's like shonen esque, right? It's a great combo. If you like Star Wars storytelling, if you like Star Wars themes and mythology and love and sacrifice and family, you will like so many animes out there, and they're done so well. And unlike Star Wars, which takes forever to make, and you might be disappointed, anime comes out so quickly as well. And if
for
you
the
want
most
more,
part.
you read the manga. Well, yeah, I mean, if I'm talking Hunter x Hunter, it might never ever come out. You
Yeah,
know,
that's like the example of like the slowest going.
he's writing the manga again, dude.
Yeah, that poor guy. We don't know if he's gonna finish it. He has a plan. He has a plan for the story to finish if he dies. He's come out and said that publicly. So it's like,
Yeah, and he's posting about it. But enough about
yeah.
anime. Enough about anime. Let's keep
So
going here, boys.
Well, I didn't answer Donnie's question
What?
about where I stand on Visions.
Oh yeah.
In the
Right.
process of watching season one. I'm on episode 8 now.
mhm,
And I've noticed that they have a very particular formula of following up really good episodes with really fucking stupid or really fucking boring episodes. Like, what the
mhm.
fuck was that droid Pinocchio episode? Get the fuck out of here. Nobody
Yeah,
needed
some
that shit. Nobody
so,
wanted that. Why did you make it? Fuck off.
no, you have a valid point. A couple of those episodes there in season one were a little out there. That's why it's, you know, some people aren't as drawn to like anime. It gets a little out
Yeah.
there. I like some of the more like Star Wars takes with like a Japanese feel to it, and I
Dude,
feel like season three was one of the best.
The Elder was amazing in
Dude,
season
the
one.
Elder, the
Yeah,
Duel, the Ninth Jedi, the Twins, bro.
Yes,
Basically, all the odd number episodes are fucking fantastic.
they're
yeah. You
bangers.
just
They're all
basically named all
bangers.
the good ones.
Yeah. And then, dude, season one. I mean, I'm sorry, episode 1 of season 3. I just watched it today. It's picking
Fire.
up. Dude, it's so good. It picked up from the episode in season 1 with the Ronin.
Yeah,
Oh
yeah.
my god, dude! I gotta read that one-off comic.
It's so cool how like these guys can come in and bring these fresh ideas that obviously aren't like traditional Star Wars, but like why can't we get some creatives in there to bring in some fresh ideas that like are cool and get people excited, you know? I mean, it's
Oh,
that's the
brother,
million
we
dollar
will talk
question,
about
isn't
that
it?
later. That,
Bob Iger.
Yeah.
Clone Force
Yeah.
says his
And
opinion is
kayfabe.
anime hasn't picked up because the anime is non-canon, so it's not a must-watch.
But then I don't know.
Okay.
Legends is popping off, and that's no longer canon. You know?
But you know,
That's been canon to people for the last 30 fucking years, no matter what.
yeah.
Yeah, but I didn't read Legends originally, right? I started reading Legends like 2-3 years ago. So, and for me, I know it's not canon, but I'm like, I want to read those stories. I'd rather read those stories if they're good.
The Ronin book apparently is good, according to Clone Force.
Thank you, Clone Force.
It must be good considering he doesn't like anime. I mean, I don't know where he stands on Visions, but he's
Honestly, though,
He said only the Ronin from season 1, so he likes that.
Oh,
episode.
yeah. Okay.
Clone Force makes a pretty good point actually that
He
like
does though.
because Star Wars fans they actually they care a lot about canon and what's not canon, you know. So some people I could see them being like, oh, like that doesn't matter, like fuck it, it's some other random one-off bullshit, you know.
Yeah,
That's how I
no,
was with
I
the
hear ya.
latest Lego series. I was like, okay, it's cool we get a Darth Revan mention and we get to see him, but it's Lego. It doesn't matter. It's not canon.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
talked about that. No, I feel you on that too because I'm like, it's not canon, whatever. I guess for me, it was always just my thirst for good Star Wars stories was
I'm right there with you.
I will check it out. Also, yeah, it did help. Legends was like previously canon. I will admit that it helps that it was.
Some of Legends in my head is still like kind of like my head canon. Like I take Darth Plagueis, like a lot of what happened in there, like that's kind of my head canon with it. That's why I was little disappointed. He was just kind of Flash in the Acolyte, so I can't say I was too disappointed. The show was disappointing.
I'm just confused by the timeline because, like you, I keep Plagueis as a canon story for me, even still with Disney. And I guess until they completely retcon it, but he is way too old to be showing up then in the Acolyte. Like he should be a lot younger. Like he should be. I don't even like maybe a child right now if we were talking about Acolyte timeline.
Mm-hmm.
So it just kind of throws things off because now totally is going to contradict Plagueis book.
Yeah. No, most definitely. But you know what are you gonna do, bro? You know, I don't know. I feel like Disney could never get it right. Or Lucasfilm.
And God, we're like not at that topic yet, but there's so much like why it's not just working, you know, and I can't.
Yeah.
Oh my God, we're gonna get to it. Okay, let's keep going on this.
Yeah, back to Ahsoka.
Okay, so post production has started and will last 1 year. So
I can confirm that post production has started because my buddy Bryant, good old buddy Bryant, the one that has told us multiple times that as long as Disney does not interfere with this season, it will be some of the best Star Wars we have gotten since probably Revenge of the Sith. He is
that's
literally
crazy to say, but I can't wait.
Watching them bring it to life right now, bro.
He's tingling me, bro. I mean, that's what I want. That's what I want to see, man. That's what I want to see. But it's and I think Ahsoka has that potential. That's why it's kind of a little make or break for me. I do have high expectations for it. So
that's why I'm going off now on like
he
all
won't ever go into details or anything because obviously he wants to keep his job, but he is allowed to tell us like, hey, this project is going to be good or this project is going to be bad.
Yeah,
that's so cool.
I mean, that's why I'm like, yo, I'm doing Mortis God breakdown video, Mortis arc breakdown. Let's do more lore around that. My own thoughts, Ahsoka news leaks. Like I want to talk about it. If it works, from what I've heard from you guys and from other sources, if Disney doesn't interfere, it could cook, and I want it to cook.
Yeah, I mean,
bro.
I think there already potentially could be. Can you guys hear me? It says connection loss. Oh, okay, all right.
No, we got you.
Okay. Yeah, I think they're already potentially cooking. I mean, they got Sam Witwer as the brother, correct? And then they have that I'm probably gonna butcher his name. Charlotte Copley. I probably butchered it. They cast the father. I thought he looked pretty accurate. And I think the recast of Balin from I'm gonna butcher his name too. Rory McCown. He played the Hound.
Yes, he's freaking awesome.
Yeah, I think that was one of the best recasts possible. So
I agree.
I have high hopes for it, man. I think that they could be cooking. I'm really this will be a test for me at least for Dave Filoni. Um, you know, I believe he's that guy, but obviously we're getting into it later. There's a lot of controversy, who's been stopping what and who's been doing this and who's been interfering. So, and there's still the fact of like, can Dave do the live action as well as he's done the animation? Because he doesn't have as much experience with this. So I'm rooting for him and I'm hoping for him. But this will be a test to that. So we'll see.
True. Clone Force, you got a very good point here regarding with Plagueis.
Let's see.
You'd have to know the aging of his species to try to associate with what would be a child. Because Grogu should realistically be like 6, but he constantly acts 2 to 3, even though he's in his mid-50s. That's a very good point, dude.
No, it's a good point. I mean, one thing that helps is for Mando season 1, right? They told us that like, oh yeah, he's like 50s, like he's 5, right? So they gave us a little bit of a hint there. I totally agree with you. For Plagueis, I don't know. I just reading with what I read on the Munes and everything about Plagueis himself, how long he's been an apprentice for, versus kind of how he felt towards when he was dying. You could tell that he the Force keeps him alive a little bit longer, but he was getting a little old, like a little old. So
do we know their life? Do we know the lifespan of the Muns or the Munes?
we can check it. We can check it out. I always got like the implication from when I was reading all the stuff with Plagueis or Munes in it that they didn't live like super super long. Like they live longer than humans, but let's see, Mune species lifespan. People are looking this up. The lifespan, okay, it's from the Google AI. The lifespan of a Mune is over 100 standard years, but some sources suggesting they can live to be around 150 or more.
Okay.
They're considered vulnerable at the age of 95 and 90. No, they're considered venerable at the age of 95, and a 90-year-old Mune might be considered a young adult.
Clone Force said he would be, based on legends, he would be 12 to 18 in the Acolyte. And I think because, I mean, how the Acolyte was 100, no, not 100 years. It was how many years before Phantom Menace?
100 years.
I thought, but then also it says like 130 or something.
It's 132 BBY is the Acolyte, and Phantom Menace is 32 BBY. But this is the part that everybody fucks up and nobody fucking pays attention to, and I've been saying it since day fucking 1. They fucked up the timeline by saying that it was 100 years before the rise of the Empire. I don't know about everybody else, but the rise of the Empire happens in Revenge of the Sith, which is 19 BBY.
Yeah, 100%.
I'm just saying.
No. It's bad wording. Bad wording. So then, okay, if he said Plagueis would be 12 to 18 in the Acolyte based on legends, I don't think he would be chilling in a cave like that then. Then I think, he's too young to be. I know it was like a second, but he does.
And he looks all Sith-like too, like like deformed by the dark side.
Him to go out on a mission on his own like that?
I don't even know if he was being trained yet. Because if they live longer, is between 12 and 18 even close to mentally feeling old enough to do stuff for a species that lives much longer, like 150 years max? I don't know. That's what I'm saying. It just doesn't line up.
Yeah, I think something happened with the Acolyte because that I had high expectations for that. I'll say the choreography was good. I hope that Ahsoka can do something similar. It wasn't perfect in the Acolyte, but some of it was really, really good.
Some of it was really good. I mean, that's Chimere.
Yeah, I was just about to say the same thing. The fight with Chimere was really good. The fight with the Wookiee, I forget his name, but that was kind of meh. Wasn't terrible, but it was meh. You know.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Clone
So
Force is trying to get people to adopt this new way that he wants the timeline to be before the birth of Anakin and after the birth of Anakin, which makes perfect sense considering he's supposed to be this miraculous space Jesus. Why the fuck would the timeline not revolve around his birth? Why
That
does it
is
very
that
revolve
true.
is
around
sick.
some random
That's
battle of
valid.
Yavin? Nobody gives
That's
a
a
fuck
valid
about
point.
Yavin
Yeah, why do you think they picked Yavin to be
because that's
the
when the
focal
first
point?
movie took place.
Yep, that's basically it. Yep.
But in the universe, in the lore, is there a reason?
Not that I know of.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
I might have to Google this again. God, this joint looks good. Now I'm like
What
curious. I have to go down this rabbit hole.
One thing I'll say about Ahsoka though, Rosario Dawson, she was quoted or she tweeted something or an interview something. She said how she had a bunch of bruises after filming Ahsoka. So in my head, that's because she's like working harder with that lightsaber, putting it down,
Yeah,
trying to get her skills right. And I hope that's what she was doing because
I think so. I mean, I really wish they'd bring back Nick Giller. That would
uh-huh,
be the best person to bring back for the choreography. He killed it
I
with prequel.
agree.
But also from Rosario Dawson, she made some comments lately as well that was saying how Ahsoka is a little bit more herself this season. Like she's a little bit more lighthearted and
I heard that.
happier and not as stiff and serious all the time and not hopeful. So she definitely is going to be more like old Ahsoka personality wise, which for me definitely is big. I would really like to see that.
I agree. I like that. I did hear that too, and I like that. That would be a plus. I didn't mind Ahsoka in season one, but seeing more of her like Snips side, more
Yep,
classic
I
Ahsoka
want
would be great.
snips.
Exactly, exactly. So Ahsoka, do we know anything besides like do we know anything about the plot besides like okay, obviously there's Abeloth, there's something going on
Mhm.
with the brother and the sister and the father. Do we know anything else? Like has there been anything kind of like released as far
Yes,
as that regard?
yeah. So there's been decent amount of rumors. I would say I've heard within the last like 2 months. Nerd and I talked about one of this one off pod, right? It's apparently, in spoilers, potential spoilers for anybody who doesn't want it. Anakin is going to be fighting Balin at one point. So Anakin is going to be becoming way more important in the story. He's going to be talking to Ahsoka a lot more. But yeah, apparently
I'm
he's
going
going
to
to
turn my
be
camera on to give my reaction to the whole Anakin versus Balin thing.
We don't know where it's going to be though. We don't know if it's going to be in the World Between Worlds. We don't know if
Okay.
it's going to be. We don't know if it's going to be like maybe Anakin somehow as a Force ghost can fight with him. I don't know if we're talking about Abeloth and the Ones and going to probably a secret sanctuary place that's super powerful in the Force, and then if Anakin's supposed to be the new father or take that over, maybe he has the power in a certain place to manifest himself. I don't
So I
And
do know in Let. Oh, my bad. I didn't mean to cut you off, bro.
I was just going to say fucking
know.
that just the whole like Anakin potentially like I love Anakin. Anakin is my favorite fucking Star Wars character of all time.
Look,
Darth Zana. But
Same.
bro, if Dave's gonna go this route, he needs to fuck off with his open-ended bullshit and explain the fucking role and explain the fucking rules of this shit. Because if Anakin
I
full on
agree.
manifests into a physical form and fights Balin, and the only explanation I get is he's the chosen one, I'm gonna be so fucking done with this shit, bro.
Yeah, I agree. I think that
yeah,
there's
I
a
agree with you
fine
too.
line, and if they do that, like we need some sort of explanation, like yo, how does this work? We need a rule book. We need something because it does have the potential to feel like very cheap, bringing him back to fight. I do know in Legends that I don't know where, what comic book, whatever, but I do know that Anakin did come back as like a Force ghost or Force projected himself to fight with Luke one time. I don't know
That is
the
Oh,
actually
on
canon with
Exegol.
Shadows of the Sith.
That's on
okay.
Exegol, but before episode 9.
Oh, so that's Disney canon. Okay, so that's like,
Yeah,
but
seems kind of sick
yeah,
when I
that's
read
not
it.
George. See, I didn't know that. I thought that was Legends. I kind of like I changed my statement then. Like that Disney canon. If that didn't happen in George Lucas's like Legends, then it's
It's
I don't know. It
reverse
feels like
canon.
some Disney ass pull, you know.
Yeah,
And I don't
that's
want
like
it to feel
reverse canon.
yeah, and I don't want it to feel cheap like that. So I really like that. Sounds really cool. Like Balin and Anakin fighting, and it all comes down to like delivery, right? So like for example, I heard the Superman leaks for the Superman movie. They sounded kind of goofy and weird, but when I
Yeah,
watched the movie, I was like, yo, no, 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 this is good. Like they delivered it right. It didn't, you know. So like if they deliver it in the right way and do it that way, I could potentially like it, but I think it does have the potential to
I think
feel
there's a
cheap.
lot. Yeah, there's a lot of
So
potential with this. I mean, some of the leaks are, yeah, like a little bit kind of like, holy shit, are they going to actually go for it? Are they going to go for that?
so I
So-
mean doing Abeloth and the son and the father, I love the Mortis arc. I love the mysticism and the high fantasy aspect of it. I do think Dave Filoni's going pretty bold with that, you know? I mean, I think that that's a big it's
yeah.
bold. It's something fresh, a little bit new. It's something that definitely the normies haven't seen before, as far as like people who haven't watched Clone Wars and some of the animated stuff. So he's going for it, and I hope that Dave hits a home run. It's gonna come down to how it's delivered.
Oh, yeah. I mean, there's so much that they're going for here. And if they stick the landing, and yes, Nerd was saying, like, if they don't muck it up, it could, yeah, from all these leaks, it could be insane.
Yeah, I do like that they're going for something new and fresh though, like because they've drawn back to the or what's the saying? Gone back to the well, drawn back to the well one
Oh,
too many
yeah,
times,
yeah.
something like that.
They're going back. Yeah, they went back to the well too many times. They're like just pulling on old nostalgia and all
Yep,
that bullshit.
exactly. So,
Mm,
I think this is what I'm most excited for. This and I'm very excited for Heir to the Empire, but depending how Ahsoka goes, because I'd like to see her in Heir to the Empire. Like, is she gonna end up replacing the daughter? Is she gonna end up going back to fight Thrawn with Luke? I think that could be really cool. So, um, yeah, this season will kind of give us an idea maybe of where Ahsoka's gonna be for that movie.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to
See,
set up a lot of what's going on in the galaxy.
Yeah,
I'm on the
exactly.
completely different spectrum than Donnie. I do not want Ahsoka to be in the Heir to the Empire movie. If I get an
Really?
Heir to the Empire movie, I want it to be adapted straight from page to fucking screen. I
Good
want it
luck.
That's
to
fair.
be a Luke Skywalker centric fucking story. I
Amen.
don't need it involving Ahsoka. I don't need it to have a crossover with The Mandalorian. No, there was none of that shit in the original source material, which, yes, the original Heir to the Empire trilogy is source material, but God forbid they find out about that. Um, no, there was none of that. There was no fucking Avenger style fucking team up. Like, fuck off, bro. I don't need any of that in my Heir to the Empire. I just
So
want Luke going up against Thrawn.
you have a that's a very fair take, and I know a lot of people out there will agree with you because Heir to the Empire, that whole I think it's 3 books, is very well regarded in the fandom. It's held in very high
It's so
regard, and I
good.
know there's a lot of people that are going to agree with you and want it adapted one for one. Unfortunately, I don't think it'll be like that.
Oh, I
I
know it
like
won't be like
do
that.
yeah, I think Timothy's on. I think you guys even talked about it on one of like your first episode. Timothy
They're not.
Zahn
They're
came
not
out and
taking his advice for season 2.
yeah, I actually got a chance when he signed my book. After hearing that, I asked him again. I was like, "Hey, so have they called you or like, asked for your opinion? I know it's like their property, but have they asked?" about your opinion on the character. Nah, they haven't called me or anything. His specific words, and I'll never forget this. He said, "They're monkeys over there at Lucasfilm." So I thought that was the funniest thing. Cool guy though,
Oh
cool
my
guy.
god.
Like he did
Oh, I
sound.
fucking love Timothy Zahn, bro. That man is a fucking goat. He is the fucking
Wow.
goat.
Yeah, he
Wow,
did
that's
sound. He
nuts.
sounded a little salty about it, but like, I mean, he wrote. From what I understand, I haven't read it all, but he wrote a masterpiece with those 3 books.
They're
Dude,
so good. I
Heir to
read
the
them. They're
Empire
so good.
is like it that the when I first listened to the first like 3 chapters of Heir to the Empire, after each chapter, I literally would pause it because I listen to audiobooks because I can't read. Fuck that shit. Um
Reading's
I,
hard.
I would literally or something cool would happen and I'd go and pause the audiobook and just look up and be like, Disney, it's right here. It's not that fucking hard. Like,
Hmm.
what the fuck, bro?
Yeah, I mean, there's so many. Star Wars is the prime example, but it's like just to give another example, like Halo. If you've ever played the game, they have a slam dunk with the story, and they go and they make some completely other shit. I mean, Star Wars did it with the the sequel trilogies, But I just can only hope that Dave Filoni knows what he's doing. He adapts it in the right way. I wonder if like the fandom, how they feel about that. If they feel like me, like they would like to see Ahsoka, Ezra, and everybody with Luke in like an Avengers style Star Wars movie, or if they would rather have Ahsoka stay on Via and take a more what's the word? For lack of a better word, like a high fantasy. I don't know, like a type of role over there in that realm.
Oh yeah. Take her
So that'd be
rightful
interesting. I,
place.
Well,
I don't know
from most of the
that.
people that from most of the people I've spoke to in the fandom, they want Ahsoka to stick around.
Like
They
on
love
Peridia.
Ahsoka. They want Ahsoka to come back and like stick around and fucking
Boo.
In the story.
yeah, like in the Star Wars universe. Like they want
Yeah.
her to come back. And I'm like, no, bro, she needs to die. She should have died in fucking Rebels. Could um
I want her to become the daughter. I want that part of Star Wars to exist. I want that high fantasy, crazy ass, sweaty Force Lord bullshit. Like I love it. So I want her to become the daughter. I want Anakin to become the father. I want someone to become the son, and I want them to have this whole different agenda of what they need to do with like maintaining the Force balance in the galaxy.
So I wouldn't be mad if that happened. I actually think that that's pretty cool. I just being like Ahsoka's my favorite Jedi. Like it would be Ahsoka and then Anakin. You know what I'm saying? She's my favorite Jedi. When the movie came out, I hated her, and then by the end of Clone Wars, I was like in love with her. You know what I'm saying? So I have her
Yeah.
tattooed twice on me. So she's like my favorite character, probably in like I'd say in all of like pop culture, anime, anything. She's like my favorite character. So maybe that gives me obviously some personal bias, but I'd like to see her more in the story. But I wouldn't be upset if she stayed on Peridia and took that role because I agree with you. I think that it's gonna be cool to see them go with something fresh, bold, super high fantasy, like because that originally the Mortis arc was a George Lucas
Yeah.
idea.
Yeah, no, George wanted to go into that. And God, I was rewatching it and breaking it down. There's so much I think even Dave was doing then, and he had no idea where it's going to go, but it's going to like, he knew he wanted to continue this story. So a lot of it's going to tie into
Yeah.
Ahsoka season 2. And it's so cool that George was actually wanting to expand it in that way when they were making the
Hmm.
films. I mean,
So
he was so into it.
yeah. So this is a good time for me to ask because I wanted to ask you guys because like I think I'm gonna enjoy Ahsoka season 2, the high fantasy aspect of it. Do you guys think personally um it will do well? As far as do well, I mean get viewership and be popular. And do you think some of more of the, I don't want to call them normies, but more the the more casual Star Wars fans will also enjoy this. I'm looking at your face. You look like
Yeah. There's going
Do
to
you
be
think-
more viewership for Ahsoka season 2 than there will be tickets sold for Mando and Grogu.
Really? Okay. Okay, that's a bold statement. I hope that's well. I hope that Mando and Grogu does good, but I do hope Ahsoka's popular like that.
I hope it's popular, but part of me is thinking that there could be I mean, for what you should expect, an underwhelming number of viewers, maybe to start. But I would love to see how the word of mouth would grow and how many more people would then go watch it after.
Yeah.
See,
So, but I don't know about
that's
casual audience people though. I think it would be people who are giving Star Wars a chance again, who are fans, or some casual viewers that have friends in the fandom.
so that's an interesting point because like in my personal opinion, like Star Wars we really need we really need a win. And a lot of the shows like haven't done as well, and like I don't know the exact viewership, but I heard even Andor season 2 excuse me, didn't do as well viewership wise as like Disney and Lucasfilm wanted. So like I just don't know, because like you see kind of like a superhero Marvel fatigue with DC and Marvel, like so like I wonder like is just putting out another Star Wars show, is it just gonna kind of get brushed under the rug? Are people gonna really check it out? And even if it is good, like word of mouth, like with Andor, will it be able to get viewership and oh excuse me, become something that's beloved by the fans and potentially maybe start the rejuvenation of Star Wars and give people some, for lack of a better word, and not to be punny, but kind of Star Wars, because I'd really like to see the brand take off, and I think that this high fan, like they're really going for it with Ahsoka. They're going for something bold, fresh, and new, and I think it could be great. But a part of me, like you, also feels like maybe it's not going to draw in as much people, and especially with the state of things right now, I don't even know if word
Yeah.
of mouth will help as much as you know it normally might. Excuse me, goodness gracious.
That's a good point. No, it's a really good point. I mean, they really need a win, and it'd be great if it did well and they went in this direction. But then also, like there were supposed to be potentially Old Republic trilogy, which also would have kind of leaned into this fantasy aspect, almost like a Game of Thrones version of Star Wars, and they still turned it down. Why?
Why? Because it was too dark and weird.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we can hear you. Oh, did you lose connection? Dang. Oh no.
Disruption of communications can only mean one thing.
Invasion.
Donnie, I think you need to stand near your Wi-Fi or whatever.
Yeah, unplug it and plug it back in again.
Oh, Donnie died.
No! Oh man. Okay, is he back?
Yeah, can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I lost. I don't know what happened. I got kicked out. They didn't want to hear me talk. Excuse me.
Okay, good. Happy your connection's back.
Yeah. Cool. So I think you cut out there, Outer Rim. You were talking.
Oh yeah.
Gotcha.
What was I? I mean, so Nerd was saying that they didn't want to do or they potentially didn't want to do the Old Republic movie trilogy. It's too dark and everything.
Too
Oh,
dark and
see,
too weird.
okay, I didn't hear you say that, bro. That's crazy because like, dude, it can go darker. It gives you a new order of Jedi. It gives you a whole order of Sith, and it's actually like
No,
it should be dark. Like the Sith and
fuck that.
Jedi like kill the fuck out of each other.
No,
I
Donnie,
know.
fuck that. Listen,
Yeah.
It was too dark and weird, but Wrath of Mandalore pointed it out and said it best. We got the Bix Colleen situation in Andor too. That wasn't too dark and weird.
Yeah, that's very true. That's very true. You know,
That
I
was
don't know.
okay, but Jedi versus Sith is too dark and too weird.
That's just, I mean, it just goes to show you that Disney is just a little. I mean, a little is a very vast understatement. They're very much out of touch with what the fans want. Because if you go back to the old Republic, it's fresh, it's new, people are gonna love it. It's still that same Star
It's a
Wars
gold
feel.
mine.
Yeah, dude, I agree. I'm like, I don't know why we don't go back. Instead, we're gonna make our own little version of it and call it the High Republic, and fucking they're gonna have gold robes and be all fucking fancy schmancy and cool and like it's just oh my gosh, bro. And I don't even know, like, number wise. I should have had some of these figures prepared for this, but I'm pretty sure that whole book series of the High Republic is just not doing that well. It's one of the more underperforming book series of Star Wars. There's a whole bunch of them, but I think as a whole they're not performing well, sale wise.
No, I think you're right about the High Republic performance. I think I don't know if they're ending it, but they're going to not be having much more come out for a while,
Yeah.
right? Yeah, I don't know. But I agree. It's like they tried to do a whole new era. And then now for the movies, we don't know what era we're going into. I mean, we're going to go post The Rise of Skywalker. However, they're also, but I mean, I don't think it's going to happen, but the Dawn of the Jedi movie, that's now all the way in the past.
God,
Then
all I have to say about that is if it follows that fucking Legends book, I'm going to be pissed. And that will be the one exception that I do not want a Legends book adapted at all. Like, please, for the love of God, do not adapt Dawn of the Jedi. That is such a shit book. Adapt the comic books, if anything.
I wasn't too keen on the Dawn of the Jedi concept. I did like maybe going back to like the Order of the Jedi, but not in the way that they were gonna do it. So
Well,
I
see,
mean,
that's the issue with the book of Dawn of the Jedi. You think that you're gonna get a story about primitive Jedi. No. Fuck that. No. They have everything except for lightsabers and hyperspeed.
yeah, it
That's it.
doesn't sound like my type of Star Wars. I mean, maybe
It's
I'd
not,
like it.
brother.
But.
And I swear to God, at one point in the book, they literally say like that bastard and that bitch, and it took me out of the story completely.
damn.
Come to think of
Some
it,
curse words.
I don't think I've ever heard a curse word in Star Wars. Like the closest thing is like "Dank
Read
Farrik,"
Master and Apprentice. They say it a lot.
What was it?
In the, I think it's canon. In the book Master and Apprentice, it
Okay,
involves Obi-Wan and Kenobi, Obi-Wan and Qui-Gon.
Qui-Gon.
Yeah, it's canon, I think.
There's literally a part where Qui-Gon's talking to somebody about Yoda, and the dude that responds to him is like, "Up the hell, Yoda should shut." And I'm like, bro, the fuck are we? What are we? What the fuck is this? What the fuck is this shit? Who's greenlighting this writing in new Star Wars, brother?
Yo, that
Up the
writer
hell, bro.
trying too hard. He was trying too hard there. He was trying too hard.
He was like, "Yo, they're gonna love this."
Yeah, he was trying way too
Bro
hard.
thought that he wrote. Bro thought that he was SpongeBob writing the in the fucking essay,
Oh,
but in
dude,
all
he's probably
reality,
stuck
he
in.
was just nothing.
He's nothing. He's a loser. I mean, Han Solo says hell.
That's
Yeah, but
like
it's
kind
different
of
when you hear a
different.
Jedi
Like,
say it.
Ooh,
What up, Travis?
But yeah, no, I'm happy there's like not a lot of curses in Star Wars that are just like normal words.
that's the whole thing about Star Wars is you're supposed to feel immersed into like this another galaxy, a galaxy far, far away, and that's what it's always felt like to me up until recently. So I hope Ahsoka can do it, bro. I have high expectations. I'm actually really excited. It's probably the most uh anticipated piece of Star Wars I'm looking forward to.
Same here, man. I mean, even down to some of the other details I've heard of, like, I mean, from season one, there's already the confirmed link with the Zepho on Peridia, which means the Zepho are somehow tied to the Night Sisters, and it's all tied to Peridia. And there might be more Zepho stuff in season two of Ahsoka. There's some concept art that was leaked, and it's this big mechanical beast, but like it looks like futuristic. And the last time I saw something like that was in Bad Batch season two, when they woke up like an ancient Zepho technology beast or something. So I'm like, dude, are they tying the Zepho into this? Are they like, how much are they like really linking on this? Because it's a lot of stuff that they could be doing.
I got you, brother. It's all
I think
tall,
the
Arthurian
Zepho might have.
tales, and it doesn't matter because it's open-ended with no source material.
Thank you, nerd.
Yeah.
What are you saying, Donnie?
No, I honestly lost my train of thought. I'm not gonna lie. The dabs caught up to me. I had a point.
Oh,
It was a small point. It was just a small tangent. Nothing important.
dude, that's happened to me too. This is why this is the best podcast ever.
Because
Did
in
you
like
guys
5 minutes, it'll come back to him.
Yeah, exactly. And then we'll be on like a whole nother topic. And I'm like, wait, guys, you remember? I remembered that from earlier.
This is what this whole conversation has been. We've just been going on the tangents and somehow getting back to the schedule. Oh my god!
Yes,
But I
but
mean,
do you
more
know?
so
Oh, I actually remember now because I think the Zepho. I'm not sure where. I know that they're mentioned a lot in the Star Wars games, the Jedi games. I don't know if they originated in the books
I think they're
or.
from Fallen Order. I think that's where they came from,
Okay,
and
it's
that
cool
shit
because
is sick.
yeah, Fallen Order did well. So like a lot of people actually really want to see Cal Kestis in live action, and he's a cool character. So it's cool to see some of the cool Star Wars stories getting implemented into other Star Wars stories. You know,
Low key, I would see Cal Kestis appear in the Heir to the Empire movie. Don't
that would be sick.
don't kill me, nerd. I would let Cal show up because
Nerd, would you get on board then for the Avengers team up if Cal Kestis was involved?
Not really, brother. Not in an Heir to the Empire movie.
No, I don't want anyone else. I just want Cal to like make an appearance. I don't care if like no one else from
Like,
Mando.
honestly,
Okay,
brother,
fair.
they dropped the ball so hard on when to bring Cal Kestis in. They should have had him come in Kenobi right before Kenobi went to Fortress Inquisitorius, and they should have had Cal Kestis explain to him how to get into Fortress Inquisitorius. Because what do you do in Jedi Fallen Order? The exact same shit Kenobi does. So why the
Yeah.
fuck did y'all drop the ball so fucking hard? Like they were going for the 3-pointer shot at the last second of the fucking game, and instead hit fucking Grandma Karen fucking in the bleachers. That's what happened.
And nerd, it actually is because they're both Jedi, and the Jedi all think the same. It's like a poetry rhymes. We don't have to tell you. It just you should just get that in the subtext. It's poetry rhymes. No, but I agree. They should have been like, yo, like we have this way in provided by one of our like fellow Jedi that we have in the Resistance, or like
I'm not gonna lie, bro. It feels like everything we're getting lately is kind of like the Mando movie. It feels like it's 4 years too late.
A day late and a dollar short. That's what I say.
Hell yeah. I mean, yeah, it is. It is short. I mean, not short. It is like 4 years too late. Like all this stuff is just too late. And based on some of the stuff we'll talk about with really when it talks about the Ben Solo movie canceling and everything we learned from that fiasco within the last 2 weeks. I mean, God, no wonder it takes so long to have all the projects take forever to come out. Their scenario between Lucasfilm and Disney is so not a great. It's not a great partnership at all.
No, it's not.
No,
Makes
not.
they can't green light shit.
What was that?
They can't green light shit.
No, there's so many issues. There's so many issues. I don't even know where to begin or how to even go about like saying, oh, they should fix it by doing this. They're so discombobulated back there. It's unbelievable.
Yeah.
But for Ahsoka, do you have anything else as far as like what we're to expect or
Yeah,
what
a
has
little
been
bit.
revealed in details? Because I'd like to
Yeah,
hear
so it's been
more. I've
revealed.
done. Oh, my bad.
Oh yeah, no, no. What I was gonna say was, yeah, there's been more that's been revealed. There's been, I mean, I think it's Star Wars Celebration in Japan. Like Dave Filoni talked about, someone has been watching like Sabine's like her loft cat, which she's been living with over in where Ezra used to live in that tower in Lothal.
Hmm.
So I think like he was talking about, like, yeah, like someone's been watching the loft cat, and then they showed some promo art or behind the scenes pictures with like loft kitties. So I think we're going back to Lothal. So it's not like so it's kind of confirmed we're going back to Lothal, but I think we're going back. And then also I was thinking that if Ezra goes back to Lothal, I'm sure they'll do some scene over there. I wonder though if he's going to go and reopen the Jedi Temple on Lothal, the one that was in Rebels, the one that had
Hmm.
the picture of the ones on it, the Mortis gods, and that's how he entered the world between worlds. And I wonder if he's going to open up the world between worlds, and that's how they're going to get back and forth from Peridea.
Did Palpatine not destroy that or take part of the temple that had the carving on it? Wasn't there something like that in Rebels where Palpatine destroyed the temple or destroyed something? Correct me if I'm wrong, or
I
help me
think
out
it
here. I know
was
you guys
after
know.
that the temple went back underground. Like the temple can go above ground or underground. Something.
Ah,
I think
okay,
the temple after that just went back underground. I have to
okay,
rewatch that, but I think it hit itself again. So
yeah,
what if
okay.
Dave is like, yo, we're gonna have him reopen that shit, and that's how he's gonna get like Sabine back from Peridea.
Obviously, like I don't know if this is confirmed or not, but I assume it is. We're seeing Zeb, right?
Yes, I think. Well,
No,
it's
we're
not
seeing him
confirmed.
in Mando and Grogu. We're not seeing him in Ahsoka.
Oh yeah,
That's lame because I saw him on the teaser trailer for Mando and Grogu, and like you would assume if like Ezra's back in the galaxy now that he would link up with it, with his buddy, and we would get Zeb. I guess they couldn't
Well,
afford him for
you'd
the
think
budget.
that Zeb would have been a part with the Rebels crew when Thrawn was trying when they like before Thrawn came back at all. You think that he'd be helping them, but no, he's off helping Mando with some stupid shit. I don't fucking know.
Yeah, Disney's just they're cheap, man. They didn't want to throw him in there, and I guess they don't want to put him in Ahsoka. I hope he would appear in this, but
I know. I wish he would. But so something that was I think also confirmed recently as well was that there's going to be a battle between Thrawn and the New Republic, and at least I think a fleet that's being led by Admiral Akbar. And the sources
okay.
close to it were saying it's supposed to be similar to, or pretty much taking it from the Heir to the Empire trilogy.
I think it's from Dark Horse Rises.
Yeah, yeah.
Very
So
cool.
So like I think then for the lead up to Heir to the Empire maybe might be inevitable unless they can the idea. But I think that's kind of what the pieces are being laid for. Like what's going on in the regular galaxy is going to lead to an Heir to the Empire like scenario.
Yeah. And I like that. I think that that's cool. I think that that's a good way to set up that movie, give it some hype. That's why I'm hoping Ahsoka does well so it can, potentially kind of roll over into excitement and help Heir to the Empire catch a win in theaters.
I think
Cause,
so. I think
cause I,
it's got to be Dathomir, the Night Sisters. I think everyone's got to get involved and then have this hype that leads up to Heir to the Empire.
I agree. And I think like as far as I think I asked you guys this earlier, I know I definitely asked Nerd. That's the movie I'm most excited for. I almost wish that we could see it now before Mandalorian and Grogu, but like I think Mando and Grogu might be a win in theaters, but is that the most like what Star Wars movie are you guys most excited right now? That's on the slate that's confirmed.
Weirdly, Starfighter.
Starfighter, okay.
I don't know if I would say that I'm actually excited for any of them.
You know
Good point.
what?
Like, I'm excited that Star Wars is coming back to theaters. Don't get me wrong, but I didn't. I didn't ask for a potential Rey prequel. I didn't ask
Yeah.
for Mandalorian season 4 turned into a movie. Um, I don't care about the Clone Wars 2008 remake movie, which is what Mando and Grogu is going to be.
Especially if you're Rod of the Hutt. You're in both of those TV movies.
Mm-hmm.
Little
Um,
chances.
yeah, genuinely, I'm not excited for either one of them.
See, you're more of like a tough Star Wars critic, and I used to be a lot more optimistic about it. But in just especially this last year or two, I've turned into more of like, like why are we getting this Mando and Grogu movie? Like it's clearly a money grab. You could have just you turned season 4 into a movie, and I'm like a little becoming a little bit more less forgiving. So like that's why I have high expectations for Ahsoka, and the Heir to the Empire is the only movie that kind of does it for me. Mando and Grogu, I feel like it's a money grab, but I can get on board with it being a movie. I hope it's a win for theaters, but I was extremely disappointed hearing that Star Wars Starfighter leads to Rey. I wish I
Yeah.
knew who made that call. I'd send him an email and I'd give him a piece of my mind. I'll tell you what, a strongly worded email.
Let's
So
just
it's
see if
very
we
That would.
funny
can.
that
Let's just see that if we can find the CEO of Disney's email on the internet. Let's see who it
Yeah,
is.
right.
very funny that we're talking about Starfighter now because I told y'all about a little bit of Star Wars news that I found involving Starfighter and Mark Hamill. We'll go ahead and
Oh yeah.
Ooh, do tell.
we'll pull it up real quick. It says,
You met.
sorry, my computer's lagging on my end. Fucking come on, bitch. Fucking do it. Fuck.
You mentioned this earlier. It got me super super
Ooh.
interested.
Mark
It piqued
Hamill
my
is ready to
curiosity.
Mark Hamill is ready to pass the mantle of Star Wars to Ryan Gosling in Starfighter. Let me pull up the what he said. He said, I've been a fan of his. None of these people need advice from me. They're doing so well. I've had my time. I'm going to ask advice from them. So,
Okay.
I mean, he's willing. He's ready. I mean, that's what the sequel was supposed to be, was him passing the mantle to Rey and the other characters. They
Mm-hmm.
just did not do it very good at all, like whatsoever. No.
No, 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 no.
I feel like somebody had a gun to Mark Hamill's head when he made that statement.
Well,
I
he's
feel like
made
so
so many different statements about wanting to leave Star Wars and being done with Star Wars. It's like
He's all over the fucking
I
place.
he's
take everything he says with a fucking grain of salt.
100%. He's definitely dissatisfied with the way Luke Skywalker turned out in the trilogy. But he's what I would call a company guy, like a company man. Like he's not really gonna go out there and trash talk Disney or
He did for a little bit.
writers and producers. Yeah, a little bit, but I mean,
They reeled his ass back in.
yeah, I think he made that statement.
Oh no.
We're losing you, Donnie.
No, Johnny, where are you?
Robert. Oh, can you hear me? Can you
Donnie,
guys hear me?
we did not hear a single fucking word you said.
Oh man,
Okay.
terrible.
You're good now.
Yeah, okay, I'm good. Cool. So yeah, I was just saying that uh oh man. Oh, yeah, I was just saying that Mark Hamill, I feel like that statement, in my own personal opinion, that he made that statement to kind of help out Star Wars Starfighter. Be like, oh look, like Mark Hamill, like he's passing the torch. He thinks it's gonna be good. Like it's like I feel like a promotional tool, kind
Mhm.
of like with Robert Downey Jr. Getting on the FaceTime with I don't know her name. I didn't watch the series. It's called Ironheart. It's the girl. I don't know if her name
Oh,
is
the characters.
Riri Williams.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
the
you know what I'm
character.
talking about. Yeah, so like Robert Downey Jr. hopped on a FaceTime with her and was like, "Yeah, like I'm passing the suit to you," and like whatever he said, I don't quote me on it, but he said basically he's passing the mantle to her, and he approves of this series and whatnot, and everybody should go watch it, and it kind of gives me that type of vibe, and that's just my own personal opinion, and that maybe that's me having PTSD from Disney and all the statements they've made and lied to us and you know bamboozled us over the years. So,
I completely
but I
agree.
hope it's good. I just don't like that it leads to Ray, and
I'm
that's
so
cool
I'm
that
so
for Mark
upset.
Hamill to come out and say that. But we'll see.
Is there anything else that Mark Hamill said?
No, not really. Just that he's ready to pass the torch on to Ryan Gosling, take over as the face of Star Wars, I guess.
But if he's not a Jedi, I don't want it. I'm sorry. I'm going to be that Star Wars fan.
I agree. I'm right there with you.
Like, I mean, I love Han Solo, but I still wouldn't want Han Solo to be the face of my franchise, like the number one face. So
Yeah.
I don't want something like that for post the Rise of Skywalker era, mind you. I do not want that for that at all. That's a thumbs down from me, dog. I mean, I like Ryan Gosling. I'm excited to see what his role is in the movie, but him being the face with what we've heard about whose character could be in his role and also where it leads to, no.
Are you guys gonna go watch it in theaters?
Yes.
Most likely, yeah.
Okay.
As for Mando and Grogu, I'm on the fence on if I'm gonna go see it in theaters or if I'm gonna wait for it at Disney Plus.
Okay.
I want to go see Mando Grogu in theaters because I want to see like how filled the theaters are. Also, I'm just like so curious because yeah, I mean, Donnie, you've been watching some of Josh's videos. You know, it's
Of course.
his source is like Mando Grogu is going to be a dumpster fire of corporate slop.
Yeah. I hope not. There's all these rumors that we're gonna get into of like the who's meddling with what, but Mandalorian was great, man. I mean, the first two seasons, even season three, it veered off the path, but it wasn't terrible. In my personal humble opinion, like a lot of people didn't really hated it, but I thought it was just okay. But Mandalorian is really good. Grogu and Mando are very well liked characters, so I would
Mhm.
hope that they could at least pull together some sort of story that's just enjoyable. You know what?
For sure.
I had this written down in my notes because I wanted to ask you guys what's your predictions for the box office, like because the movie
I like
theaters are kind
this.
of weird right now.
Movie theaters are kind of weird right now. I mean, Star Wars superhero-ish genre is kind of weird right now.
Exactly.
Um, I mean, where Star Wars is obviously weird right now. I'm a little bit downer on it. I think like 500, no more than 600 million. I think like $500 million.
That's fair. What about you, nerd?
It's been fluctuating with me. Um,
Hmm.
Initially, I'm closer to the billion mark because we all know that they're gonna market Grogu like a motherfucker in the trailers to drive the normies and the oh my god, it's Baby Yoda, those type of fuckers. And those
Yep.
people are going to go see that movie God knows how many fucking times.
Can you talk
You
into
make a
the
God
good
knows
point.
how many
stream?
fucking times they're going to see it. Um, so between like the little kids, the normies, and the fucking people that are like keep Grogu a fucking little kid, even though he's fucking a 50-year-old man. I don't know. I want to go lower, but I don't see it hitting lower than like 700,000.
700
Yeah.
million.
Okay.
Yeah, 700 million, whatever.
So you guys are on two kind of different ends. Outer Rim, you're going kind of lower. Nerd, you're going kind of higher. I'm kind of like right in between you guys. I think like if I had to really say like really just another Star Wars YouTuber, Star Wars Meg, she said it and it was like kind of my so I can't say like it was
Yeah.
my thought, but she said it first, right? So
Mhm.
500 to 700. I think that's right around ballpark, like what it'll do, and it could do more. I think it's gonna be because it's the first Star Wars movie in years. Everybody loves Mando. Everybody loves Grogu for sure. I think that there will be a lot of normies that come. So I think that there is the potential for it to get close to a billion, but there's also it just scares me because there's this obviously Star Wars fandom is in shambles. The fans are divided, but the state of movies is just in a
Yeah.
uh weird spot right now. Like a lot of people didn't show up for Superman and Fantastic Four, and I think you guys, I mean,
Well,
I enjoyed both of those movies. They were
Same
great.
a
here.
lot of people have the same mindset as I do. Like, if it's a movie that I really want to see, I'm gonna go see it in theaters.
Yeah.
But like most of the time, I'll look at reviews and I'm like, okay, I'm not gonna go waste my time because for me it's like a 40-minute drive to the nearest theater. So I'm not
Mm,
gonna waste
mm.
40 minutes driving to a movie, spend $11 on my ticket, $45 on my popcorn and my snacks because I'm fucking high as shit and I'm not gonna watch a movie without my fucking snacks.
So
Just for the movie to suck ass, you know?
Mhm.
Like, fuck all that.
I think there's a lot of people out there that would agree with you in the same boat as you.
absolutely. I mean, I think it was one of
Why am I gonna
Josh's streams
go pay money to watch them just put out a
for X,
sequel to a movie or remake a movie?
or
Like,
just
there's
make me
no
mad about some
original
bullshit.
movie.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I think Josh was talking about it on a stream a few months ago, looking at just overall movie box office data. And it was like since 2020, it's like half of the audience goes to movies.
Yeah.
Like the whole
And
industry is just down.
I think that's
I
a
will
lot.
say, my bad,
Oh,
Donnie.
you.
Go ahead.
Oh no. Oh, my bad, bro. Yes, I just think that that a lot of that is like lackluster films and TV shows, and then I think part of it is a lot of it comes to streaming. So people are like, "Oh, I'll just wait for streaming," you know. So it's weird. Me personally, there's nothing better than a cinematic experience watching anything on IMAX, 3D, even just normal screen in the movie theaters with like
For
candy and
sure.
popcorn. Like,
I love that
there's
shit.
just something so cool about that. I know you guys saw Revenge of the Sith in theaters,
Oh,
Hell
and
yeah.
that
cool.
was one of the coolest experiences like
Dude, I
ever.
brought my girlfriend. That was so
Oh,
fun. It was insane.
we got a little special guest.
Hey there,
Oh,
boys and
Oh,
girls!
Grab the Mandalore.
Wrath of Mandalore's
the
here.
Wrath of
Time to
Mandalore.
put your wives away.
No grass for me.
No grass. Only barley wine. 12% alcohol. It's not for the weak.
I'm big. I'm strong. What's up, dude? How are you?
Oh, I'm alive.
Oh boy. Every day I wake up.
Did I just enter the upside down?
Yeah,
We
what
got
the
some
fuck is going
static.
on?
Dad?
Donnie, did you die?
Oh no, not Donnie's
Can you guys
connection
hear
again.
me? I had to.
Oh, we got you.
No, can you guys? Can you guys? Okay, I had to connect my headphones because my phone was gonna die here. I'm streaming on my phone.
Ah, gotcha. Okay, well you're back now.
Sounds like a
Cool,
pretty
cool.
shitty excuse.
You do that accent very well. Can you guys hear me okay? Is the audio okay?
Yes.
What are you talking about an accent? I don't understand.
I don't understand. I'm picturing you doing the hand motions too. That's great.
Do you have a problem with my hand motions? Is that what you're saying?
Your hands are tugging off.
I love it. I promote
You're
it.
getting deported.
Oh, that's good, dude.
What's the topic for today, boys? Sorry I'm
We've
late,
got a
presidential
topics.
duties.
Just a few topics. We were going over some of Bryce Dallas Howard's comments about season 2. The episodes are going to be 5 minutes to an hour long. They're in
Hopefully
post production, as because you also follow Bryant, and I'm sure you've talked to Bryant a couple of times. Then they brought some dude, I guess, from Rogue One to do the cinematography. Could care less about that. Don't care.
I mean, the cinematography was really good in that movie, so that'd be pretty cool. It's a cool idea. Let's see how it's executed, though.
Yeah, and then we just kind of went on a couple different tangents about why I don't like Dave Filoni and a couple of other reasons.
Who the fuck do you like, though? Let's be real. Kevin Feige, he's the greatest.
Greatest producer of all time. Oh my god. But yeah, we were also going over some Ahsoka leaks and stuff like that as well. And then we were pretty much
about
Starfighter.
Mark Hamill passing the torch for like the 5th time to Ryan
Nobody
Gosling
wants
now.
his torch, bro. He's the worst guy to have in the blunt rotation.
Well, that's the thing is, Buke Skywalker, he threw his torch into the ocean, so fuck his torch. First off.
Pause.
Secondly, fuck Ryan Gosling, bro. Like, I could not give less of a shit about a movie after I heard that he was going to be in there. I don't know. For me, I'm going into it with like the lowest of expectations because I don't like the fucking cash grab that is like, let's pick a big actor and put him in a fucking Star Wars movie shit. I think it's stupid. But we'll see. Not a fan of his though. Completely. I don't know, man. He just like I really don't even think. I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna say something. People are probably gonna clown me. I don't give a shit. I don't think Ryan Gosling is a great actor.
I couldn't tell you one fucking project that he's been in. I just know him.
Like, you want to talk about Hayden Christensen being flat? Come on, bro. Ryan Gosling might be flatter than my ex-wife.
Oh.
Before the tit job.
Oh.
Oh, man.
We'll just have to wait and see how it is. But, I mean, if Mark Hamill's going to be saying, oh, yeah, I'm passing pretty much like Ryan's going to be the new face. Like, what the fuck is that? Like, no.
I don't know, man. For me, it's like Ryan Gosling's last good movie, I would say, is probably Drive.
That was a good movie.
Yeah.
Nice Guys was decent. Blade Runner was okay. Barbie was shit. I didn't even watch Fall Guy, so we'll see.
Oh, he's in Fall Guy?
I don't watch that either.
That was Ryan. Oh, that's Free Guy.
That's Free Guy.
Free Guy is the other one. Yeah.
Damn it.
You're thinking of the different F guy. Yeah.
Kevin Feige.
Oh, Feige guy. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I don't know. The topic that I'd like to bring up, and I know that Swooner is going to disagree with me on this. I saw your boy Closet has a video about how Mace Windu is the worst Jedi.
Ooh.
That's kind of
something like that. He was a bad Jedi. Not really. It's completely unbased.
What does he mean by
I saw that. I saw that video on Instagram.
Well, in his trailer thing, he said he was like Mace Windu got all the people on Geonosis killed. I was like, not really.
Yeah.
I mean, if you really want to be honest, the people who got everybody killed on Geonosis was Padme, Anakin, and Obi-Wan. Because if they weren't there getting captured like a bunch of bums, Mace Windu would have never had to bring 200 Jedi there.
But yeah, I mean, Yoda was there too.
Yeah.
So Yoda was also like, yes, let's bring everybody. Like,
Yeah.
He's the Grand Master.
Bring everybody, we must.
Party.
I don't think Mace Windu's necessarily a bad Jedi in the sense of like skill. I think he's a great Jedi. You know, as far as bro, he was arrogant. Like he kind of pushed.
All of them were.
He pushed Anakin. Oh, that's valid too. That's valid too.
All of like Windu, tell me one character in Star Wars who wasn't a bit arrogant. Oh wait,
Yaddle.
Yaddle got her cheeks clapped. And Yaddle was arrogant because she thought she could win a fight when she's clearly not based.
Yeah, that's true. She's not based.
Like, it'd be like my fucking dog going to fight fucking Dooku.
Oh my god. Yeah, they were all arrogant. I mean, dude, I fucking hate that smug Mundi, bro.
That's what I'm saying, bro. He wants to pick on fucking Mace Windu and say he was a bad Jedi because he got people killed. How many people Ki-Adi-Mundi get killed? It's more than 182.
Oh, for sure, dude.
Try like the Jedi Order.
Dude, I fucking hate Ki-Adi-Mundi, especially since he was in Whack-A-Lite.
You know, I didn't think Acolyte in and of itself was a bad show. I think it was really bad PR, really bad actors. I like that Chimera guy. He's pretty cool.
Oh, that Chimera guy's pretty dope. Yeah, Chimera guy is pretty dope. But that story is
everybody loves a good underdog story.
Get under the dog.
That's not what I'm talking about. That's some Kamala Harris shit.
Something
get it because their husband is a dog.
I guess. What do we got next, Swoon?
Well, since good old Wrath of Mandalore brought up good old Chimera, one of my third favorite Siths. I guess we can bring up this news.
One of your thirds? How many thirds do you have?
At least 3.
All of them. All of them.
It has to be divisible by 3, so there's at least 3.
Oh, okay. Okay, I'm happy we're bringing this up.
So, I don't know how you guys feel about this. Mr. Chimera was supposed to be the first Ren. Personally, I think that's very fucking stupid, and I wish that they would have just made him the canonical Venomius. Because then either way, it doesn't matter. Just Venomius dies. So,
well, if you think about it that way, we all die.
Creation and then death.
Some of us die sooner, like Joe Biden. He's gonna die soon.
And Qui-Gon Jinn.
He's very old.
Qui-Gon Jinn died soon.
He's gonna be one with the Force.
It's very hard to read, but this is like a screenshot from the new, like the visual dictionary.
What did
they take the screenshot on a fucking water buffalo's iPhone?
Yeah, water buffalo.
But
the only thing I can read is Darth Plagueis.
This is from the visual dictionary that's coming out in 2026 for the Acolyte.
I guess it wasn't that visual. It's more like blurred.
But it says storytellers took the design. It felt like it foreshadowed a possible connection to the Knights of Ren with the Kylo Ren shape we landed on. Headland said, "We just started."
She doesn't even know. She doesn't even know.
We just started to go in that direction. It was the design of the character, as well as knowing where we were going to introduce Darth Plagueis, who has to end up with Palpatine as his apprentice following the rule of 2. I can't read what the fuck this is saying now, but yeah.
I'm going to be real. I don't think you can read.
Yeah.
Well, no, I established that early on. That's why I listen to audiobooks.
Very good. I love a good audio.
He's actually said it like 2 or 3 times, so he's very much wanting people to
know, sitting in this Oval Office sometimes and you just stroke it to some great audiobooks, you know?
What the
no
fuck?
paper cuts on your cock, you know? Anyways,
that. I like that.
I mean,
Yeah.
I think that could have been good. Like a lot,
Yeah,
almost anything could have been better than what we got. It's all about how the delivery of it is. You
Well,
know.
I
and
mean, my
that's
issue isn't with the idea.
that's
It's
the thing is that wasn't going to be the original plan for Acolyte. That was her talking about the next project right after the fact. For
Oh,
me, I think it can work.
yeah,
That group of people would not have been able to functionally make that happen in a way that makes sense and people
yeah,
got on board with.
absolutely.
I think
100%,
it has the
100%.
possibility to have been something, but I don't think that's the right direction for his character.
Okay, that's
I
fair.
agree with you like 95%. You know, like I think it could have been cool, right? But they're not their group of people to do it. I mean, right direction for his character, I don't know, like how far, because Knights Ren is pretty far ahead. Like, I would be like, you know what, I could see that being a thing and being okay with it. But I think she's talking out of her ass. I don't think that's where they were originally going at
Yeah,
all. I think that's totally
that's
a reactionary comment.
that's exactly where I'm at. Is I don't think it's really a valid idea because I think she was just gonna say whatever she needs to say to try to get people back on board with her. I think what she wants to do is that's more of a PR move for her, being like,
Yeah.
"Oh well, I got canned, so like this was my great idea. Now you can't have it. Fuck you. Bye."
Yeah, yeah, exactly. It's like, okay, you're just reacting to everything since the cancellation. And now this is an after the fact thought.
Yeah. Because let's be real, they weren't gonna do anything with fucking Knights of Ren. Let's be real.
No, they didn't do anything with the Knights of Ren in their own goddamn trilogy.
The only thing that makes me think that maybe there was a hint of possible planning is the fact that every time we see Kymir, like in the mask, we get the Kylo Ren theme.
Yeah,
I never noticed that.
that's because you're dumb.
That's valid. That's a valid point.
It's a very
stupid.
based opinion.
I'm stupid, slow, and stoned half the time, so you're not off.
All three S's. Holy shit. You're a fucking snake.
In alliteration.
Aside from that little like music nod, bro, I don't see him being a Knight of Ren or being the Ren.
I see that's the thing. Like I'm feeling what you're saying, Swinner. It's like he doesn't really have any sense of like honor boundness to him. He's just kind of a dude doing.
He's just kind of like a rogue dude who's like, I just want to use the Force without being killed by the Jedi.
He's literally Dale, bro. He's literally Dale.
Yeah.
Oh my god, fuck off.
I mean, honestly, they could have added Kylo's theme because they're like, ooh, guy with red lightsaber with a mask on.
No, the reason
Like,
why they
Kylo
added
Ren.
Kylo's theme to it is because they spent so much fucking money on that dog shit that they ran out of money. And like, what do we have in the archives that we can use? And they're like, we got this shitty fucking theme music.
Yeah, they're like, oh, John Williams retired, so we need to go to the archives.
It's crazy.
But they were able to create a brand new pop song for the end credits of one of the episodes.
Yeah, that's part of the budget.
Yeah, I mean, it's a Disney Channel original movie.
It's under the shit music clause.
Yeah, it's pretty great creative idea. God, I can't believe they put a fucking pop song. You just made me remember that. Oh my god.
So I think Wrath of Mandalore made a pretty good point earlier. Like whether you think the idea could work or not, I don't think that they have the right creatives to perform that. And I think that's a lot of Lucasfilm's problem is they don't have the right creatives. You know what I'm saying? To create these stories and to deliver them to us in a good way. I mean,
look at the story they gave us originally with the Acolyte, bro. You really think that they're going to be able to intertwine two different entire parts of the galaxy together, make a character into something that he's not, change his persona, actually give him a backbone, actually develop his character, and then make that somehow lead to another disjointed property of theirs?
I mean, I've been
I rest my case.
I've been praying for a miracle with Star Wars for years, bro. I'm just hoping that we can get some sort of good creative direction.
Well, that's your problem is you're praying.
What else are we supposed to do as Star Wars fans? I think
Donate
that's
to my
what,
campaign. See, what you really should do is, if you really want great Star Wars, you should come hang out in my Twitch streams.
Bet.
or
I'll have to give
or
a
you
follow.
should just watch some good Star Wars fan films.
Or you could come watch my live fan film on Twitch TV/Wrath of Mandalore.
$2.99 a month.
Not even, I don't have subs yet. The government's trying to take me down.
Oh, I thought you were talking about your OnlyFans. Sorry.
Oh no, I don't have one of those. That's a little bit too far.
Oh, that's where we're drawing the line.
As opposed to where would you draw the line? Exactly.
I don't know what to say.
Exactly.
Oh man. Well, speaking of good old Knights of Ren, our good buddy Bob Iger, we all know that he canceled the Hunt Solo. But what I don't think a lot of people know, and as soon as my fucking laptop loads up and quits lagging, these fuckers spent $3 million, over $3 million, on a completed script for the Hunt for Ben Solo that they loved.
Continue.
That's really funny.
Yeah.
So,
Can you? But here's my thing, right? This is what they're willing to spend $3 million on, something that they're not even gonna fucking sniff, right?
That's ridiculous.
And then you look at the budget of these projects, bro. What all is intertwined in those contracts? Because I took some contract law classes, and this is scaring me. Yeah, there you go.
Yep. Thank you for putting this up. I was going to say
these are the profits for the movies that came out.
The profit for Rise of Skywalker was only $48 million.
Yeah, so if you know, it was like 6 years ago. They filmed a lot of it in the UK, and so the UK makes it a lot better for like giving tax write-offs or like just making everything overall cheaper.
Right.
And they released all their final documentation on it because they have to have it publicly.
But brother, pull that back up. Pull that back up.
Yeah,
Put it back up.
Put it back up. Put it back up.
We're gonna do an economics class here today.
Nah, I was about to pull up like the budgets. Like these are just the profits.
But Donnie, that's why we were able to see actually what it truly cost, and then actually how much, how little it.
Let me put it to this way: you just said that they got it cheaper. They made it cheaper. They had tax write-offs, and that is still the profit.
I know it's so
that
sad.
movie is insane.
It's so ridiculous. It's insane. I mean, I think at the end of the day, the overall budget they put into it with everything was over $600 million.
Well, $100 million of it was probably just to get fucking Harrison Ford to come on.
Yeah, he was gonna be grumpy about it the whole time, and he
fucking
dead.
kill him.
But also he was dead, and they brought him back and Rise anyway.
Pay me $100 million and fucking kill me. That's exactly what that guy wanted, bro. He got a fucking. I don't know if he got paid $100 million, but I know he got paid really well for that movie, and he got exactly what he wanted.
Also, didn't The Force Awakens make like $2 billion?
Yeah, it was like if it wasn't 2, it was 1.9. It's like the top 10. I think
brother,
it only made $500 million.
593 gross. What the fuck?
Yeah. That's what I was saying. Like the UK budget came out and everything, and it was actually all in like $600 million.
That's crazy.
This is
God damn.
And I mean they made profit of $48 million. That's so sad.
Bro, I'm gonna tell you right now, profit of $48 million isn't shit.
It's nothing. It's nothing. It's nothing.
Bro, they might 48 cents. Like, that's it.
That's pathetic for a Star Wars movie. That's pathetic.
Oh
Solo, if I'm reading that correctly, Solo made $100 million, and
And he
Brother,
still said no.
let me put this into perspective for you.
That's
Inside
crazy.
Out 2 and Moana 2 achieved over 1.6 and $1 billion at the box office.
Yeah, and how much was their budget or their budget?
They probably made more profit.
Of course. Yeah, I mean Moana, I don't know how much that movie cost, but it's animated, so it's not like it definitely doesn't have nowhere near as a budget as a live action Star Wars.
I'll get a better comparison for you. Just keep rolling.
I mean, look at fucking. I mean, not Disney, but look at Minecraft movie. How much profit did that make?
I know it grossed right around $1 billion. It was like 900 million.
Let's see, not Minecraft movie profit. Okay, well, the box office was 957 million. What was the budget? Budget was around 150 million, and they made 957 million at the box office. So I'm going to round that up to 200 million budget because they don't tell the truth.
Yeah, bro. That's
Okay,
really bad
so
for
let me-
Star
let me-
Wars, man.
Let me put it to you this way. Wicked, right? I think we can all agree that movie fucking sucked.
I didn't even see it.
Had a production budget of 145 to 150 million. Profit, it grossed over 738 million worldwide. So this is the thing that you don't realize too, right? So their production budget was 145 to 150. They still needed to earn between 290 and 300 million to break even.
Yep, it's like
right?
1.5 times the cost.
So the profit on that was 500 million for a shitty movie about a fucking play
that everyone could just go see the play.
Like, brother.
Yeah, 48 million is insane, and that's the cap off to not just your trilogy, but your apparent Skywalker saga. Holy shit. Have you lost the crowd?
But
Yeah.
some people would say that it's good and that we're just big old nanny boo-boos.
We don't talk to them.
You know, some people would call me a fascist for not liking Acolyte, but you know, I don't even think anybody liked it.
No one
So
watched
maybe
it.
we're all fascists.
Maybe that was the story. We've all been fascists all along.
Oh my god.
Some people would tell you that. There's some of
You know,
those
some
Acolyte
people-
fans out there.
Some people would also let a dog lick peanut butter off their wiener and tell you it's the best head they've ever gotten.
Jesus
That,
fucking
you know what?
Christ.
Chat clip
That
that.
sounds like some Ray Skywalker fans out there that I know.
Yo, that's
You
a
know,
Halo shit.
As much as you guys like to hate on Rey Skywalker, I do think she's a great character with a great potential. But again, I think she's been mismanaged.
Mismanaged,
say
but
the
I don't think
least.
there's any redemption.
No, I agree. That's why
I
I mean, I
Oh.
would love nothing more than that Rey movie to come out and be actually good and make that character look badass.
Oh, that would be yeah. No, I mean, if it actually
But-
happened, I wouldn't be opposed.
At the same time, the lack of writing in those movies and having a coherent plan with, you know, for me, if I'm making 3 movies, I'm gonna have the same fucking director for all 3. No big deal. Nanny boo boo.
You're crazy.
But the thing is, right? Well, you say I'm crazy, but look what ended up happening. We got 2 directors bickering like fucking children and making shittier movies than each other to try to fuck up the other person's movie.
I'm going to counter
You're
your
just making
argument with
way
the
too much
original
sense.
trilogy had 3 directors.
But
George
one
Lucas,
overseer.
then Empire Strikes Back, and then fucking Return of the Jedi were all different people.
Okay, but what I'm saying is
There was a cohesive story. They had
there's a
fucking
cohesive
outline.
story.
Yeah, cohesive
I feel
story.
like if they had just let Homeboy write all 3 of the sequel or the sequel movies, it would have had a better cohesive story.
Without
Oh,
a
yeah.
doubt. Without a doubt.
Oh, absolutely, dude. I mean, the story. I mean, every movie just contradicted the movie that came before it chronologically in the timeline.
Because
Right.
opinion or not aside, I think Force Awakens in and of itself as a standalone movie was a decent movie. I think there's a lot of good stuff in that movie. Obviously it's not perfect, but I think there was a lot of good stuff in that movie, and then it just fucking fell off of a cliff and got kicked down every fucking rock.
It didn't
Oh,
fall
yeah.
off the cliff. It got thrown over the shoulder of a hermit that drinks green titty milk.
As much as you guys like to say that, and do you try green titty milk? I don't want to hear any blasphemy.
Well, like for Disney with Lucasfilm, once they acquired it, right? Bob and I think we should just get into it now about Iger and everything.
Good old Bobby.
But Iger was like, this is now owned by Disney. We want this to feel like Star Wars, right? So their whole point for TFA was to reference Star Wars, but George didn't really love it. He was like, he didn't do anything new. That's why everyone says it's like the new version of A New Hope. They never had the plan to even try to expand and go somewhere totally different. They just wanted it to feel like Star Wars for TFA. And that's what they got. And then every movie after that just exposed how unprepared they were to do this.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, it was basically a carbon copy of A New Hope. Like Raph said, I mean, it had potential. It wasn't perfect. It had some good moments, but they went off the deep end. I'm pretty critical of that movie. Like, I don't like it as much as like some people will say, like, oh, it was actually kind of good. I lean on it was like very like middle of the road, but it was still more stomachable than. I mean, the other two were just a catastrophe.
We don't say their names.
Yeah, that's natural disaster. Like, call FEMA, bro. Like, we need relief, bro. Like, retcon that shit. I wish, bad. So, but what are you gonna do, bro? I mean, I would love to also see the Rey character get some redemption. I liked going forward and having her as like an older Jedi. I thought that would have been cool. We could have moved past that, but instead they're giving us 5 Rey Skywalker movies. I shouldn't even say that. Rey nobody. But
Shut your mouth, you're a dog.
Basically.
That's Ray
Because you have
Walker to you.
Yeah, exactly.
They want to leave all the
But no,
George Lucas stuff behind. They just want to go in their own direction, and Rey's like their way to do that.
Okay, I'm
Yeah, and
completely cool with that, but like make it good.
I agree.
Do you guys think that there's redemption for that character? Like, because I mean, for me personally, like, and maybe they could.
For Rey?
I just don't see how they could redeem her in my own eyes, like my own personal opinion.
Make this bitch take some fucking damage. Have her lose a goddamn limb or something. Fucking Finn got sliced up the fucking spine in the first one of the trilogy. But Rey doesn't take any fucking damage aside from getting thrown against a tree. Get the fuck out.
I think it's pretty racist that they cut the black guy.
And they made him very, very tiny in the poster. Made him very tiny in the poster.
Well, that's not really on Disney. That's more on China.
The Disney okayed it. Disney,
but it's Chinese influence.
Clone Force, you're missing. Oh god damn it! Hold on, I'm trying to pull the comment up. Clone Force, you're missing a big name in there.
Her actual name.
No. Well, yeah, it would be her actual name, which would be Ray Iger, because Ray is Bob Iger's fucking baby. He loves Ray. He's the actual Ray lover.
He's the Ray baby daddy.
Yeah, Ray.
Awesome.
Bob Iger is the true reason why they're pushing for Ray.
On some real shit, I do love Ray. No cap. She bad.
She is bad, though, I will say. She is bad.
Yeah, bad character.
Badly written, but she's bad to the bone. She is a bad memory.
I mean, I really want to get into Josh's video soon, because he's going to break down like so much of the Iger stuff. And I think that would be a great way for us to just kind of piggyback off that and talk about really.
No, I don't like bigs.
I was so surprised when I heard that news about Kathleen Kennedy, and to hear it from Josh's mouth made it really
Dude,
serious
same.
for me. I couldn't believe it because I'm like, yo, we've been dogging this lady and blaming her for all of our Star Wars problems for the last what 6, 5 to 8 years, something like that.
Ten.
Still
She's
a
still pretty
problem,
dog
though.
shit.
Yeah, she's still dog shit, but I really think we should
At
react to some
some
of the
point,
Josh
she
stuff.
should have come out and been like, "Hey, I'm not the person y'all should be mad at." It should not have taken Adam Driver name dropping fucking Bob Iger for canceling the Hunt for Ben Solo and the other fucking dude. I forget who the other dude's name is because he dragged ass on reading the script. Actually, I think it's like Alan Bergman or some shit like
Yes.
that.
Yeah, the head of the studio.
Like
Yeah, that's the
he took
president.
like 3 months to actually read the fucking script. That's fucking ridiculous. But Kathy is still the person that said that there's no source material for Star Wars.
Facts.
She's still the one that said that the original script for The Acolyte made her cry, which ridiculous. No.
Get out
But
of here.
still at some point should have been like, hey, instead of fucking hating me, why don't you go talk to Bob Iger, my boss?
Stinky
Yeah.
Bob.
Well,
Yeah.
there's a thing called money, and she likes money. So she stays on and she falls on the sword so that she gets more money. That's why.
What
She doesn't.
I think that's the Yeah, I think that's the problem with Disney is, I mean, they're so like corporate, like just trying to produce shit and make money that, if you try to step out and say something or step out of their formula, I don't think there's really room for you. Disney is really
They're going downhill, dude.
it's their way or the highway, So even if she did say something or do this, could it have been prevented? I don't know. And then like you guys do make a valid point. Like she has made some comments and stuff that like like are a little
She's still
iffy.
not it. She's still
It
not
just
it.
I'll tell you, George Lucas selected her, so like it
Yeah, but
always
George
did make
also
sense to
makes
me.
some pretty bad calls. I mean,
But
he
I'm not saying
almost
that
cut
that's
the
not.
Force from being in the original Star Wars movie. Shout
Yeah,
out
I mean, I'm
Marsha
not.
Lucas for telling him he's fucking retarded.
I'm not sticking up for Kathleen Kennedy. I'm just saying, like, for so many years, it always didn't make sense to me. Like, why George Lucas
Yeah.
basically picked the lady to fuck him in the ass? Like, understood why he would do
Whoa
that. I
there.
would He would have picked somebody who would, carry
Yeah.
out his will. So it never made sense to me. I always
Yeah.
thought that she betrayed him, but hearing some of this now makes me think like,
Yeah.
maybe
Yeah.
some of
And
these
based on what
rumors we're
we've
hearing
heard,
make
she stuck
sense.
up for that stuff. And she stuck, and I'm not
Yeah.
defending her either, but like, yeah, she actually stuck up for keeping Clone Wars. She got Clone Wars season 7. She wanted to use George's sequel treatments. So she was like properly, I guess, appointed by George to be at least somebody to be like, hey, I'm going to fight for what you really wanted. And then of course Iger was like, nope, not doing that. And then Kathy was like, all right, I tried. But
Yeah, and at the end of the day,
You
she
know what
likes
it
her
feels like
paycheck,
to
bro.
me?
what?
It feels like that episode of SpongeBob where they got frozen in Sandy's tree dome, and Patrick just walks up and goes, "I got this, SpongeBob. Ha ha! Open sesame." That's all I've got.
Yeah, no, that's definitely kind of what it feels like. So, I mean, Kathy still has made so many bad comments. I think there's other bad decisions. I think maybe she's working with some of the cards that
Hey.
she's been dealt.
There's one thing I want to tell you. It's not her fault. She has no source material.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. That's so true. Bio Nerd, let's pull up the Josh video. We can do that now or before or after smoke break. What do you think?
I'm kind of feeling a smoke break right now, actually.
I think he was reading my mind there.
Okay, good. So yeah, let's take a quick smoke break, like 2 minutes, and come back and let's just react quickly to parts of that Josh video, and then I gotta get into Mortis stuff. We gotta get into Mortis stuff because I really
Alright.
love Mortis.
We'll see
Let's
you
do it.
boys in a couple of moments.
All right.
Oh,
I'm back
man.
and I'm better, baby.
I'm still drunk.
All right. Oh, there we go.
Oh yeah.
Give your
Right.
fucking balls a tug, tit fuckers.
All right, Letterkenny.
Okay, guys. So, a little like around a week and a half ago, some news came out. So obviously, Adam Driver was like, "Hey, Bob Iger actually shot down this project we were working on for 2 years." A lot of people were like, "Oh, Bob's really, I guess, calling a lot more of the shots than we thought. What are they thinking?" And one of my favorite YouTubers, someone that actually brought me and Donnie together, is Josh from the Den of Nerds.
Hell
He
yeah.
talks about all Star Wars stuff, Marvel stuff, a lot of nerdy stuff. And he's very kind of in tune to what's going on with some of the stuff behind the scenes. He has some good sources here and there. He talks about scoopers, yada yada yada. Well, one of his best sources, he says, is Omega Source. They gave him a lot of the Ahsoka information for season 1 that it came true, and then a lot of now the Ahsoka season 2 leaks and other things around Lucasfilm that have been proven correct. Has told him a lot about actually more of what Iger's done with Star Wars since they've actually purchased it. And there's got like 3 videos here on his clips channel. I'm going to pull one up right now. I'll pull up the first one. We're not going to watch the whole thing. We're not going to watch all of them, but a lot of good tidbits and info in here about what Iger's actually been doing with Star Wars. And maybe Kathy isn't completely to blame. You guys ready?
Yep.
I was born ready.
So, and let me know if you can hear this. One goes on.
Venture together. So obviously, Kathleen Kennedy is the president of Lucasfilm, and as such, she has been the target of some criticism. Being the leader, I think that just comes with the territory. And just like a coach on a sports team that's having a losing season, a lot of scrutiny, a lot of attention, a lot of articles, the focus of narratives in journalistic circles, chatter on social media. The narratives just really focus on how bad of a job you're doing. That's the world we live in, okay? And Kathleen Kennedy, being president of Lucasfilm with Star Wars doing what it is doing, has been the target, I think rightfully so, of a lot of criticism. However, it might be the case that she was actually the target of a lot of unfair criticism, okay? And look, here's what happened. I'll just explain it to you all, and I have no agenda here other than to just tell the truth. So yesterday, a big article came out because Adam Driver revealed that he was working on a Star Wars movie called The Hunt for Ben Solo. It's a big project. Here, I'll pull this up again so you guys can just have a little visual aid there. Big project.
I'm going to skip ahead a little bit to see to when we get to him talking more about what he was told.
Okay.
So remember, Disney buys Lucasfilm, and one of the first things they do is they kill Clone Wars. They let Dave do a sort of makeshift final season. Okay. But it's not what it should have been. They didn't let Dave have his ending. Okay, so the first thing you got to realize is Kathy wanted to keep Clone Wars on and just let Dave keep doing his thing, and Bob Iger said no. The next interesting thing that the source told me was that Bob Iger did not want to bring Clone Wars back. Now, you're going to start to see a pattern emerge here. And I'm just going to say it from Jump Street. The impression I got, and this is something my source directly told me, was that Bob Iger does not like George Lucas. Bob Iger does not like the prequels. Bob Iger does not like George Lucas. Now, I would love to know. Let's just stop right here. What do you guys think of that?
I don't like him either. I love him.
Do you think yes or do you think no? Do you think that's crazy? Some of you are like, no shit. So I actually am, I don't know. I had to sit with that for a little bit.
Outer Rim Posit.
but it does explain a lot as we are.
So I think that plays in, like, me and you talked about this when, like, this news first came out.
Yep.
George, they invited him to see a preview of The Force Awakens, and when he watched it, he looked Bob Iger in the face and said, "You did nothing new here." It would not surprise me if everything we have gotten after that is a result of that comment. Would not.
Yes.
It would not surprise me whatsoever.
Yes. So that is something that you and I did talk about a few weeks ago, where obviously it always felt so weird that Disney / Lucasfilm was pulling away from George's stuff. George wasn't involved. It was pretty obvious he wasn't going to premieres anymore. But we were like, no way. There's like this like super bad blood between maybe Disney and George, right? Maybe
Well,
Kathy.
yeah, I mean, for fuck's
betrayed
sake,
him.
Bob Iger is the reason why George got a second season of Young Indiana Jones when it clearly did not deserve a second season.
So they were like on friendly terms, but even though in Bob's book, Bob talks about how, you know, they shut down the park, they did all this stuff. He really like swooned George to like be like, okay, I'll give it to you. But then he's like, oh, like maybe I misled him a little bit about how much we would use his treatments of the sequels.
He definitely did. Like,
He just straight up lied.
Bro.
Yeah.
He did. No, really. He kind of like, because I heard it said, I forget where I heard it, but it was like the term, I forget what the phrase was, but it's almost like kind of like a handshake deal or like a,
Yes.
like a,
yes.
That's
like
exactly what it was.
Yeah, I think Josh actually.
It was a
said
handshake.
Yeah.
It was a handshake deal on them using a sequel treatment.
It was a handshake
Yeah.
and wink, right? Like, hey,
Yeah.
we're going to buy your treatments so no one else can make it. And George, I think it's called like a tacit agreement. That's what I think Josh was talking about. It's like where you kind of like agree by like not disagreeing.
That's
So
exactly
Disney,
it. Yeah.
but George thought they had like kind of like a low key agreement because Disney was like, we're going to buy your treatments of the sequels as well.
Yeah.
And
So
was
they,
like, oh,
I mean,
make it.
he definitely misled him, and it's just so unfortunate because I've listened to the leaked script of like what that trilogy could have been, and it's just so much better. Like if we would have got that, bro, like Star Wars, the sequel trilogy is what put Star Wars in the state that it's in, and like unbelievable to me, bro. You know that they would get rid of that and give us the sequel trilogy, like just crazy.
Yeah.
And they're doubling down on it, giving us 5 more Rey movies. So like,
yeah, exactly.
I don't even know if I'm stoned. Is my head on straight? Like, is this real? You know, I don't know, man.
No,
Crazy.
it's for sure. So like Josh
feels like
these
we're in
videos
an
to say
alternate universe.
No,
that. It does.
I know.
I mean, it never made that much sense, right? When you were like, how could Disney be okay with this, with what's going on, the performance of this, the stories they're doing, the fact that they can't get a movie out? It always seemed like Kathleen had too much autonomy, right?
Mm-hmm.
It always seemed that like it was like how is she able to stay? How is she able to make these decisions and not like Disney clearly wants to make more money. Disney clearly wants more movies put out. Now it makes more sense. We never really thought it would be coming from top down, straight from Iger, in such a involved way. Thought maybe Disney has agenda, their boardroom, their people on the board, their people in their creative parts of their company that are like, no, do this, do that. But coming directly from Iger on several occasions with almost a vendetta against George Lucas era stuff and George himself, this is the worst timeline.
Yeah. It feels that way. It feels as if he does have some sort of personal grudge or just doesn't like George Lucas or something. Because, yeah, it from when you play the video, from what I gather from this video about Josh, is that Bob Iger really wants to stray away from George Lucas Star Wars, especially like specifically like prequel era stuff.
Yes, you took the words out of my mouth. So like I was going to say too, Bob is like known to be a prequel hater, just like JJ. Mm-hmm. So he thought prequels were weird, not well received in general, but just thought they were too weird and not Star Wars. That's why when they made the sequel trilogy, he was like, I want this to feel like the original trilogy, and I don't want to expand. I want this to feel like Star Wars. It's like, this is why Star Wars keeps referencing Star Wars.
that's what makes Star Wars is when it does stuff different and when it expands on the already established sandbox.
Oh
You
my god, I
can't
know.
just buy something and act like you're the creator of it and start making massive changes like that, brother. Like, yeah, you own it. You can do whatever you want
100%.
with it, but do not act like you created this shit. And that is what they're doing.
Well, they're corporatizing it, right? It's becoming more of a cash cow instead of something that is a piece of art. And another thing Josh goes into in this video too, right, is that some of the bigger decisions that we criticize Kathy for is actually Bob as well, such as Kathy really wanted the sequel trilogy to be then Rey and Luke together, right? Like way more than impactful training, story, ups, down, hero's journey, both of them side by side. That's the true passing of the torch from the old to the new. Bob said no. He wanted all the Skywalkers dead. That's why all the Skywalkers in the sequel, I mean, legacy era, like Han and them also die. Partially because of the pushing of completely eliminating. And then you see it, right? JJ is anti-prequel. There's no prequel references at all to anything. Then Ryan gets brought in, even though Kathy maybe might have been the one to spearhead that. He then follows more the messaging of, of Iger, like let the past die, like move forward, kill it if you have to, right? Because they want to go all Disney IP era stuff.
Yeah, I don't understand how they haven't got it yet. That decision didn't bode well for them. Like, why double, triple, quadruple down on it? But
Yeah,
who
well, it's
knows?
egos. I mean, these Hollywood executives and corporate people and everything, it's all egos. I mean, even just in
Yeah.
any regular corporation, any regular company, like even like a financial institution, who makes decisions, who's your president and who's your head of this and that, like it's all egos, dude. It's not
Yeah.
all like factual and objective. It's subjective. And Bob is like, I'm doing it this way. And Kathy's not perfect either, but Bob definitely is, I think, arguably more the direction, the driver of the ship for why Star
It'll
Wars on a downward trend.
it'll be interesting. I don't know if everybody else has watched this video, but after like you guys listen to these bits and like after like maybe like the chat listens to it, I would be curious, like, who, what do people think? Who's to blame more, KK or Iger? I'm like leaning towards Iger, but
I'm actually leaning towards Iger at this point. I mean, I think at the end of the day, I'll probably go back to being 50-50. Because me and Nerd talked about this, but like right now, like I am leaning towards like 70% Iger, like 30% KK,
mhm.
just because it does come across of KK kind of just being put into a corner for a lot of this stuff. Like apparently she wanted to do a Darth Bane TV show on Disney Plus. He said it was too weird. Wanted to do Old Republic movie trilogy. He said it was too weird. Wants us to stray away from all the George stuff.
Yeah, and I mean, I don't know, man. Like, could Kathleen Kennedy have done more? I don't know. It just sucks because, like, at the end of the day, no matter who's to blame, like the fandom and the IP itself is just in shambles. Other than the animation always delivers. But
Exactly. Which is, one thing that
Well,
now
I'd
makes me
say that
nervous.
the animation is starting to fall off too because the last two Tales of series.
oh, you
I'm
didn't
not gonna
like the
lie,
last
brother.
one? You
Tales of
didn't
the
like that
Underworld,
one?
pointless. What the fuck was the point? What was the point? You tell me right now. What was the point of Asajj's arc?
The Cad Bane one was cool.
I to be honest, I can't give you a reason other than the fact that as a Star Wars fan, like I enjoyed seeing more of those characters and seeing more of their story. That's how I feel. Hey, I'll say that Tales of the Jedi was the best, and the
Oh
one of
yeah.
Exactly.
what was it? I think Tales of the Underworld to me wasn't nowhere near as good as the other two. Is
I
it
thought
Tales of
Tales
the
of the Empire
Underworld
was
or
awful.
Tales of
Yeah,
the
Tales of
Empire?
the
That's what
Empire
it
was
is. Yeah,
terrible. That was.
I thought it was
That
just
was a
mid.
mess.
Like for me, it was like it wasn't like
Oh
terrible.
yeah,
Like
no,
some
it wasn't
people did,
Acolyte
but
bad. It wasn't Acolyte
yeah,
bad.
it was just mid, like middle of the road.
Nah, it was like, I mean, I want a Tales of the Sith, and I want to go. That's how you should make Darth Revan canon. Tales of the Sith.
I mean, technically, he's like all the legends. Sith are all canon now, but only by name, and that is because of the Rise of Skywalker.
And potentially TLJ for Revan.
Yeah.
Yeah, well,
Well,
that straight up is from like it's from a Revanist. So,
Yes. Yeah.
and there's the Revan Legion, there's the Undeadu Legion, there's the I think there's the Scion Legion. I don't know.
Scion. No, it's the Eye of Scion from Ahsoka.
Yeah, I just know that in Tross, like the Final Order's legions are all
All
named
Sith.
after Sith.
Yeah. But at the
was
end of
that
the
the
day,
whole?
guys.
Oh, my bad, bro. I didn't
Sorry,
mean to cut
Donnie,
you
you
off.
go. No, Sonny.
No, you go. You go.
Okay.
I insist, sir. You first.
Thank you, my friend. I was just saying, but at the end of the day, right? It's just the partnership of Disney and Lucasfilm is just not working. It's awful. It's never going to work. I don't know if there's anything about who's going to be leader of which company. How I just Lucasfilm needs to be with another studio at this point.
So, other than the fact that the KK versus Iger thing, I have a question for you guys, and I'm sure like a lot of people listening probably have like opinions on this. Is Dave Filoni the guy? Since you brought up
No,
like leadership and stuff.
No.
Okay. I don't know how I feel because like hearing all this about KK and Iger, I don't know really what's going on behind there. I kind of have faith in Dave. There's a couple areas I feel like he's fallen short in. I'm kind of like just I don't know. I have to see. So it's interesting. I'd like to hear your guys' opinions on that.
okay, so the way that we were talking about how like Disney is telling their version of Star Wars,
Mm-hmm.
Dave is telling his version of Star Wars. He
That's
override
fair.
he overrides so much canon that's already been established, like prior to like stuff that they kept canon when Disney bought bought Star Wars. He overrides
Mm-hmm.
that shit to forward his stories.
Yeah.
So
Like an
it's like, I
example
mean,
would be like maybe the Ahsoka novel, right?
Yes,
exactly.
exactly.
Okay. Okay,
Yeah.
that's actually a pretty good point. That's pretty valid.
There's that. There's the changing of Caleb Dune's Order 66 moment with his master. The location, even lightsaber color, which whatever, lightsaber colors, whatever. People are really mad when they made the Clone Wars. It pretty much like totally retconned all the Clone Wars Legends books, but that was even back like in 08.
Yeah.
But then like Dave, just also the way he leaves things open ended and up for interpretation. I don't think he always has a plan, but he just like doesn't make sense sometimes. Like that Clone Wars flashback in Ahsoka season 1, it's kind of half baked. It doesn't really make sense. You can find a way to make it make sense, but even if you do find the one thing that's actually explicitly talked about that, like, hey, would you rather just give up and die, or would you rather fight and live? Doesn't know how it purely applies to her situation in a way that's literal. He needs to get better with his writing. He just needs to get better.
Yeah, I agree, and that's why like I think that he does great in animation. I love all of Star Wars animation. I think most of it. I mean, some of it is like lackluster in certain areas, but for the most part, it's all really, really good. And I think he understands Star Wars well, but sometimes I feel like he tries to go like, and for lack of a better word, like too George Lucas, or he's just trying a little too hard with the mysticism. And I think, yeah, I agree. He needs to improve on his writing, and Yeah, it's tough, man, because I really like Dave Filoni. I think he's one of the few people back there that I know of that understands the lore, has a deep knowledge of it, and I want him to be that guy. But I find myself having what would the Jedi say? A lack of faith? A lack of faith.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
like your faith in the Jedi is broken right
Yeah.
now. You know,
That's kind of where I'm at, you know. The turn to the dark side and just only watch anime and Marvel.
dude,
Keep
I
it
know,
that
and
way.
even Marvel like is going down a path, but I think they're already starting to try to right the ship. I think they're trying to get back to form, and I mean, I
Hmm.
thought Fantastic Four and Thunderbolts was a good return to form. From a lot of what I've
I
heard,
agree.
it's so hard to like turn on a dime. Projects already in production, but I think we're now entering an age of where a lot of products that are in production are going to be for this back to form for Marvel.
Yeah.
Disney still has not even turned the ship around yet. They haven't put a blinker on. They don't smoke blinkers. They don't do anything. So
So let me
Well, they're
ask. That brings
smoking
up a good
something, but
point.
it ain't blinkers.
That Yeah, that brings up a good point. I'd like to hear what you guys think because I'm pretty. I have a strong opinion on it. But do you guys think that Star Wars can turn the corner? Do you think that they can
yes,
turn it around? Okay.
yes.
Oh yeah.
There always be a glimmer of hope about it. There's so many things. I mean, I know they've missed an entire generation of young fans because of the sequels. Like there
Hmm.
is not young Star Wars fans. There's not. If they are mostly liking old stuff because people in their life showed them old stuff. Like,
Yeah.
and I'm talking about kids in elementary school to middle school, and like early high school.
Yeah.
They're all either Marvel fans or they're Fortnite fans or they're not really Star Wars fans. But they can always get a new generation if they come out with stuff that's good and it's in the movie theaters. They can get them back.
But so like okay, like I'll give you an example. To kind of like just bounce off that point. So Thunderbolts, like you said it. I enjoyed that movie. I thought it was a great return to form. Didn't perform well. And that's also like due to like obviously issues with superhero movie fatigue, issues in the movie theaters as well. But Star Wars is going through excuse me, uh similar things. So like do you think really like even if they do put out something great, is that enough? Is that enough?
You have to consistently put out things that are great.
Hmm.
You got to earn trust back, and there's a way to do that. You just need to get some wins. You need to get a few
They,
wins under your belt.
yeah, I think they need consistent wins. And for me personally, I'd like to hear your thoughts, nerd. But for me personally, if they go through with these movies, like to go like the Charmin Obaid Chinoy Ray movie, the Simon Kinberg Ray trilogy. I'll see how Star Wars Starfighter is with Ray. I'll give it a chance. But if and no offense to Daisy Ridley, I feel so bad for her. Like it's nothing against her, it's just the way they wrote her character. If
True.
if I don't like her in Starfighter, bro, it's not that I'm gonna check out of Star Wars, but I'm not gonna go to the theaters anymore to go see these other Ray movies. I'm not giving them my money. You
No,
know,
yeah.
so, what are your thoughts on that, nerd? Do you think they can recuperate? Do you think because I think that they can too, maybe, but I think if they follow through with these movies that they have like on the slate, I think that there's no turning back. They're going down a path that I cannot follow.
They could definitely turn. They could recuperate the losses. It's like Outer Rim said, they're gonna have to build trust, but like it's very very difficult because you got people like me who are massive Legends fans,
Hmm.
and as grateful as I am that they're using the title New Jedi Order for Rey's movies,
Yep.
that's Luke Skywalker's story, bro. Why did we skip over Luke's New Jedi Order and we're going straight to Rey's?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then
Well,
you got Ahsoka essentially dealing with Thrawn the way that Luke Skywalker's supposed to deal with him, like in Heir to the Empire. And it just feels like anything that they try to do, they're just gonna give like the stories that we know that we want to see brought to brought to the big screen. They're just gonna give them to different characters.
Yeah.
So do you have faith like with this slate of incoming movies and TV shows that like we have for like the next however many years? Like I don't know how far ahead that these movies go. I know it's like definitely for the next like 4 or 5 years. Do you think that that will be enough to recuperate or slash rejuvenate the fandom?
Mm-mm.
If they nail everything out of the park,
Yeah.
because I've been a big major advocate of well, I don't know if advocate's the right word, but I'm not the biggest supporter of the mall show.
Really?
As cool as it sounds, I need to see it before I can judge if it's actually worth it.
I mean
Because
that's
I'm not
totally
a
fair.
That's valid though. We gotta be cautiously
I'm not a
optimistic.
fan of the way that anybody has described the way this show is.
Okay.
Because Sam Witwer has uh like, I'm not a big fan of the way that he described Maul being scared of the Empire. Because in Clone Wars, whenever he gets his mind restored, Savage Opress name drops the Clone Wars to him, and he says, he moved on without me. So he knows what the fuck Palps is up to. He was tortured and beaten by Palps as a youngling in Legends and in canon. Why would he be terrified of what he sees? He knows how ruthless Palpatine is, bro. Why would he be scared? Come on.
Well, I saw that clip that you're talking about too, and when I heard Sam Witwer say that, in my opinion, I took it, or how I took it was not necessarily that he's scared, like he's shitting his pants about Palpatine, but he just knows like how outmatched he is. Like when they fought, which was also an amazing lightsaber duel when him and Savage Opress fought.
Oh, that lightsaber duel
Palps,
is so sick.
yeah, I
Yeah,
mean he
that
kind of
I can understand.
because like
He
he's
was terrified in the Siege of Mandalore when Ahsoka captures him,
Yeah,
and
he'd
he's
rather
like,
just be
"Let me
killed.
go, let me die." But he knows, and he survives. So I just don't, unless unless I see Vader like slaughter Mace Windu in front of fucking Maul. I've got no reason to believe that this fucker should be terrified of anything at all.
I mean, he's not an
yeah.
idiot though. Like he, as I think, as Donnie said, like he knows he's outmatched, and he wants to like not just sit around and be like compliant. He wants to do his own shit. So he knows that. I guess fear might be the wrong word for it, but he knows he needs to like build a fortress around him, and
He has
that's
to
by
play it
becoming
safe.
a criminal underlord.
Yeah, he has to play it safe. I mean, at that point, the Empire's building. So Palpatine not only has removed the Jedi, but he has full control. At this point, not full control, but he has a pretty strong grip on the galaxy. And it's very like they're hunting down Jedi, they're killing them, So Maul definitely doesn't want to, what's the word, draw attention to himself. That's how I took Sam Witwer's words, not because I can't see Maul as being scared of him either, even though he knows he's outclassed. Like if he has to fight him, I'm sure he would fight him. You know what I mean? But I have high
Yeah,
hopes for it. Like
I mean, they
I'm
did say
excited.
it's going to be bad guys versus worse guys. But when you do something like that, eventually the bad guys are going to seem like good guys. And
Yeah.
that's one thing I'm not a big fan of in Star Wars nowadays is everybody getting a redemption arc.
Yeah, like let people be bad. Let people stay bad.
Yeah, I mean the best villains are very well written, and you hate them because of how evil they are. You know,
Yeah, yeah.
so I
I
mean,
mean that's in a lot of media. Like I want my bad guys to be bad. I kind of want sometimes my bad guys to be pretty black and white. Like I don't need it to be like they're in a gray area. I don't need
uh,
everyone to be an anti-hero.
I
Yeah,
would
I don't
just
need
like.
every single one of my villains to have like the most tragic backstory. Like some people are just
Mhm.
fucking evil, like Palpatine, bro.
Yeah, Palpatine
Yeah,
actually like came from a good family. That was rich.
Yeah, Palpatine, like aside from fighting with his dad all the time, like he didn't have it that bad, bro.
Yeah, dude, he was like he's a fucking politician.
no,
You
he's
know?
straight evil, pure
No, yeah,
evil.
exactly. He's like straight evil, but
Yeah,
he's also strong as fuck.
You got people like Darth Bane. The fucker, though, he only joined the Sith army to avoid getting like arrested by the Republic for killing those two fucking officers in the bar.
Yeah,
And then he knows that like he comes from a tragic backstory. But once he gets the taste for power, that's just all he wants, bro. Like that's just his motivation is
yeah,
power.
just a big jack dude, and he's like, I want more. No, that's it. Yeah. Oh my god, those guys are so much better. They're so strong, and I want more badass Star Wars.
More.
I think Darth Maul will be, or the Darth Maul Shadow Lord, whatever they're calling it these days, whatever the
Yeah,
kids are calling it these days. I think it'll be cool, man. You know, I always like Star Wars animation. Even like I can kind of agree uh with you, nerd, that the Tales, like, no, it's very hard to live up to season one Tales of the Jedi or Tales of the Jedi, like, but Tales of the Underworld, is that, or what was the one with Ventress and Cad Bane? Is it Tales of the Bounty Hunter or Tales of
Tales
the
of
the
the
Underworld?
Underworld.
Underworld.
Okay, I had it right then. I'm just making sure. I'm a little stony, you know. But so yeah, Tales of the Underworld, like it was good, but like it could have been better. You know, Bad Batch I really enjoyed, but it could have been better. It's not that they were bad. They were good, but it's hard to live up to like Clone Wars season 7, you know. So I
Yeah,
think it'll be good. I just hope I just want Star Wars to blow my socks off again, you know? I
yeah.
really do. I really, really do.
Well, speaking of blowing your socks off and animated, me and Nerd are actually working on a project. It's kind of like our own little fan film project, a short fan film project.
Really?
Yes, yes. And we're not going to explain a lot about it, but we've been working on it for a while. We're doing a lot of cool stuff behind the scenes, trying to get this done. But we have a little rough draft of our potential intro with a placeholder title, not official title. And we'd love to show you and everyone so far who's watching.
Oh, that would be sick, dude. That sounds really cool, bro. You know what's crazy too is you see, like I've seen like 3 or 4, at least 2 or 3 recent fan films that were like anywhere from like 5 to like 15 minutes that were like really well done. And there's people out there who could potentially like create some crazy Star Wars shit a lot better than what Disney is putting out.
Oh yeah, dude. So this is something that we cooked up. We wrote a while ago, and we're looking to animate it. We can say that we're going to animate it. Nerd, can we say what style of animation?
Good old 2D Gendik Tartakovsky Clone Wars, the superior Clone
Ooh,
Wars, because even though I love
fire!
'08 Clone Wars, the '03 Clone Wars is just far superior.
So there's more substance for obviously the '08 Clone Wars, and for me, I'm like torn in between because I love a lot of the '08 Clone Wars, but I
Yeah, I
mean
love
the
both.
the Tarkovsky was like it was a masterpiece. I wish we had more of it, you know. In my head, it's like still head canon,
Oh
even
hell
though it
yeah!
kind of sort of like kind of gets retconned, at least the timeline with the '08 series, you know. But it's still
Tiny bit.
headcanon in my head.
Yeah, I mean, it ties into exactly like what happened in Labyrinth of Evil, which led into the beginning of Revenge of the Sith for literally the attack on Coruscant.
Exactly.
But yeah, so we're
And
doing it in that art style. We really,
Cool.
really like. We're like, okay, we want to do something that feels authentic. And so far, this is like a placeholder title reveal, and then we're gonna a description, a prologue of what the short story is about. You ready?
nice. I'm ready. So
And that's what we got for you.
that's pretty sick, bro. Straight up. I like how you obviously put the sound in there for the beginning of the Tarkovsky thing. The whole
Yeah.
crawl and everything was sick, bro. I think that's cool, bro. Like Balin's Skull, like obviously there's no really like lore, at least backstory that we know of so far. So that's cool, man. I like that. That could get very interesting, bro. Very interesting. I think Balin Skull is actually one of the coolest characters. Him and Shin Hati are one of the coolest characters. Shin Batty.
Shin
That
Batty, bro.
yeah, they're definitely one of the coolest characters I think that have been released in recent years.
Dude, they're so cool. Like watching Ahsoka season 1. Like Nerd and I got like kind of like an inspiration when we brought up this idea of what we wanted to do. Like Balin, where like it's you saw that this is right after kind of Revenge of this Order 66. Where did he come from? What's his story? How did he get to where we find him in Ahsoka? Right?
Yeah, obviously he survived Order 66. Obviously he knows
Yep.
Anakin. So that's cool, man. That could be very, very fucking cool, dude. How long, if you guys can answer it, you know, if not, it's okay. How long did you say you guys are trying to make it?
I think it could be like 15 minutes. What do you think, Nerd?
Depending on how it goes with editing, and once we finally find a goddamn animator, honestly, I'd probably go a little shorter, like 10 to 12 minutes. It's
Yeah,
really not that big of a
Okay,
story.
cool.
It's not. It's not. But it's, yeah, I think like 10, 12. I was thinking maybe with like intro, credit, outro, like 14, 15.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll just pull the Disney Plus. Like 8 minutes of it will just be the intro, then like 12 minutes of it will be the credits, and then like the rest will be like the good shit. And then it just
Nice.
cuts to black.
That's cool, dude. I would love to like one day like do something like that. I actually like started because you know I'm channel anime blinkers. Though I actually started to try to draw just just for the fun of it, you know, just to try and draw characters and stuff. But that's really cool, man. Like that's a cool idea. That's way cooler than anything Disney could have thought of. You know, there was one recently I saw. There was I'm sure you guys saw it too. It was pretty big. It was CGI, but they did like Clone Commander Cody is like pulling up on this base and they're like rating the fuck out of it. It's like 5, 8, 12 minutes, something like that. I can't remember. I seen it like maybe 8 months ago, something like that.
Is it
But
AI?
I don't know if it was, no, it wasn't AI. Somebody like made it, but they used CGI animation. Like
Oh, okay. That's cool.
Commander Cody pulls up and he like has a jetpack. I think there's like sort of like these crab droid looking things that he's blowing up on this. It was like a landing pad, and all him and the clones are pulling up. They start fighting the droids. It was just sick. It was sick, bro. You know, you see a lot of cool things, even like that Ahsoka cut that you were talking about. It's not like fan animated per se, but just with the little
Yeah,
fan touch, bro. Like, and I think that's a lot of like what Disney Star Wars lacks is just like fan touch. Like, but that's why I love Dave Filoni, and I want him to be that guy.
I hear
Right?
you.
It's big pants to fill, or big shoes. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, and I want to get in more into what Dave could have been cooking and might be cooking in a second here, but yeah, I think going forward, I mean, there's already been such a big fan love of making fan content for years. Like George used to even host like showcases where people could show their fan films. So I think going forward, though, it's going to be even more important that fans like us and other fans, even like Theory, like make their own Star Wars content for people to love and enjoy and talk about. You know, like
No,
I think
I
that's
agree.
going to be a part of the fandom that I am very excited to get a little dip in with, right? Like dip my toe in a little bit with. I'm going to make my own fan film. I'm going to make my own fan project, right? This is going to be something that it's for other Star Wars fans because I just really love this franchise. I love this world. I love the themes, the messaging, the stories, the characters, you know, and that's something that me and Nerd have been very happy to do when it comes to this project.
That's what's up, dude. And when you guys come with like obviously an extensive knowledge like you guys have and a love for it and a willingness to like nobody's paying you to do this. You know, you're doing it because you love it and you want to like, you know, create something cool because you love the IP. When you
Yep.
come at it with that type of energy and through that angle, you know, you're bound to be successful. There's at least, you know, something good is going to come out of it, you know?
Yeah.
So there's a, who knows, man? Like, I wish Disney Star Wars would do something like that, where they would have like host like fan animation or fan films, and like maybe take somebody, be like, "Oh, this film was really cool. We want you to make this short or whatever." That's why I like Star Wars Visions. It kind of feels like that, like a Japanese style Star Wars like fan film, almost like a little
I
short, like a.
agree. Yeah.
So, and they get kind of out. Those get kind of like out there. Like, there was one in the new season, like the chick had like her astromech, and the astromech turned into like an Iron Man mech suit, which I was like, that's a little out there for Star Wars. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know how canon that is, but it's cool
I don't
anyway.
know, dude. Grogu has his IG-11 fucking Iron Man battle droids.
Yeah, that's so true. That's so true. Grogu's so cool, man. Poor guy, bro. We'll never hear him speak.
Yeah, dude. Fucking Grogu is just a plot device.
Yeah, he's just a
Oh my
plot
god.
device and a Disney marketing tool. That's it.
That's all he is. I saw some kid the other day with like a Grogu hat on, like with ears and shit.
Dude, I throw up in my mouth every time I see like Grogu merchandise. I'm not even gonna lie.
Dude, his name
I'm
kind
so
of
sick and
sucks
tired of that
too.
little fucker.
It
Grogu.
does.
Him and Ahsoka have overstayed their welcomes for me.
I draw the line at Ahsoka, but
Nah,
definitely
brother. Like
We got you, bro. We got you.
as cool as like it is that we got season 1 with Hayden and like season 2 could potentially be leading into what we're about to be talking about. Brother, she's died 3 fucking times and came back to life.
no,
Overstayed welcome.
no, I hear you. It just cringe to me when I see all these like, and I feel like when people see Star Wars now, like Grogu is like the face of it, and for some reason that unsettles me. I just
That
wish
makes
it
you
wasn't
cringe.
like that. Yeah, you know. I wish it was like real Star Wars because I know a lot of like I would say more casual fans that just like when they think of Star Wars, it's Grogu. Like my family, like I can't tell you, she has multiple pairs of socks that are like Grogu socks, and I'm like, that's cool, but I'm a Star Wars fan. Like, hey, we care way more about than just this little baby Yoda guy you guys are freaking out about.
Yeah, like that's just like normie bait. That's like, oh my god, Star
Exactly,
Wars, yeah, baby Yoda. It's like, no, shut up.
exactly.
I want to talk about real sweaty force lore shit, which we need to talk about right now because I'm talking about Grogu and it's making me sick.
No, literally.
But one thing that me and Nerd and Donnie, I'm so happy that you ended up also watching, was just going over that Mortis arc again. I really want to dive into some of my notes I had that I noticed, because some of this dude, I know Dave doesn't intend everything and he, like, to where it's going to exactly connect. He doesn't intend for it to like always be a connection. But sometimes, like, even as a fan who, I mean, clearly was writing a Balin Skull fan film story of connecting dots from a previous time part of the timeline to the future, I gotta imagine Dave is seeing the same connections that maybe I'm seeing. And from breaking down this Mortis arc, what'd you guys think? Like, now watching Ahsoka, did you catch anything?
Like
There,
references to the Mortis arc.
Like seeing how things said in the Mortis arc were kind of low key brought up, or could be tied, or could be connected to Ahsoka season 1 and season 2.
Oh yeah. I'll let Nerd go first because I feel like I cut him off there. But yeah, no, for sure.
so the first thing that I noticed, when Anakin goes to talk to the father for the first time, that whole monastery looks like the world between worlds.
Yes.
And then when he's basically like forcing the Force gods onto their knees, and that whole fucking like background just looks like the Ahsoka credits with the star map.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, it does.
that stood out to me a lot, a fucking lot.
Yep, I got that in my notes. I mean, that stuff stood. I mean, we were texting, and I was just like, "Whoa, his sanctum looks like the world between world doors, and the type of like the way the star maps are, everything." I'm like, this kind of also now is like Ahsoka World Between Worlds, kind of like Rebels. And there were even things before that too that I caught. I think the first one's a little bit of a stretch, right? But when they land on Mortis, they wake up and they're in the ship. None of the systems work, right? The ship's not working, but all the systems are on.
Which, can I interject real
Yeah.
quick? I love the fact, and I know that it's like a George Lucas thing, because when did Mortis come out? Like, years, because I didn't watch Clone Wars whenever I fucking was
It's
growing up.
season 3,
So when did
9, 10, maybe 2010. I'm looking it up. Yep, 2010.
Yeah, okay, so they were definitely in the midst of also coming out with the fucking the Jedi Outcast series, not Outcast, Fate of the Jedi series, and so clearly, like, George was overviewing a lot of these stories and all that. But I love the Thoyor shit.
Oh, the
It's what I
Thoyor
was
was so cool.
expecting to get in Dawn of the Jedi, which I fucking didn't. Oh, and what's bad is that book isn't even under Disney. That was one of the last Legends books. Oh, what were you thinking, George? But I love the fucking Thoyor. Like, I love that little pyramid thing.
How do you spell Thoyor?
Fuck if I know.
I don't even know because I'm trying to look it up online because I know what it is. There it is. I found
It
it.
is Thoyor, but it's two words.
Yeah, so let me share my screen. So for anyone who wants to watch and see what a Thoyor looks like, share screen.
If you don't know what a Thoyor is, are you even really a Star Wars fan?
Right. So this is the Thoyor. You even see it here back in some of the comic stuff.
It's definitely not Watto, I can tell you that much.
It's not Watto, but the Thoyor are these extremely ancient intergalactic ships that can travel, in hyperspace and get people across the galaxy. This was during the Dawn of the Jedi comics, right? And so what these did was they gathered up all force sensitive beings in the galaxy and brought them all to Tython, which is said to be like in the center of the galaxy, super strong in the force, birthplace of the Jedi. all that.
Wow.
So
Wow.
the
I
fact
didn't know. I didn't know
you didn't know
that.
that?
That's wrong.
No, that looks.
Actually, Octo is the
Uh,
first
That looks.
Jedi temple. So you're wrong.
oh my god, I hate you so much.
That looks just like the. Obviously, it's meant to. It looks just like the Mortis ship that the gods were in. That
Yes,
little.
Yes, it is.
that looks like where their pocket dimension
Yeah.
is. Their pocket
So
dimension is yeah.
this is where that came from, is what you're saying.
It's all related to yeah,
Okay, that's cool.
yeah. So I was like, so
I
first, I
know that
love
that
that.
was something.
That's always a great. Oh, Donnie, you still there?
Yeah. Can you hear me? Yeah, can you hear
But
me?
I love that. But the thing that, yeah, I got you, dude.
Cool.
But dude, the
Somehow
Thoyor, that
Donnie
was so
returned.
sick. Yeah, somehow he returned. The Thoyor thing was a cool call out. But really was when they land and Obi-Wan wakes up, like he's trying to see where they are in the galaxy, and he's like, I can't even tell where we are in our own galaxy. And then he says, even if we are even in our own galaxy. So I'm not sure Thoyor is like if it's in a pocket dimension. I'm not sure if it's actually the transport that maybe takes them to Peridia or something in the Peridia galaxy, because he's like, we're not coming up on any scopes. So I don't think that was intentional, but I was like, oh, that could be now kind of a connection. As well as Ahsoka seeing on the hill when they get out of the ship of like something reflecting on the top of a mountain. Doesn't that kind of remind you of what you saw at the top of the mountain when Balin was standing on the finger of the father at the end of Ahsoka season 1 in the distance?
Yeah, I could see it. I could
Like
see
that
it.
connects. And when the daughter first comes, she says, "We are the ones who guard the power." So I wonder what the power is. I know it's the Force, but there's something I think specific she's talking about, which could relate to something with Abeloth. But also, we are the beginning, the middle, and the end. Now, what does Balin say he's searching for when he's on Peridia?
You're gonna have to refresh my memory because I forget. I believe it's something like
He-
that. Like I'm
He's
looking for
looking
the
for the end of the
end or
vicious
the.
cycle of light rising and darkness overpowering
Yep.
it.
Yep. And he more specifically says, I seek the beginning. So he seeks the end of the chaos, but he seeks also the beginning. So he's looking. So if they are the beginning, the middle, and the end, or at least their power is a representation of the beginning, the middle, and the end. I think Dave was like, "Ooh, she says we are the beginning, the middle, and the end." He's searching for them. He's searching for the beginning, at least one of them, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I think that is something where it's like, okay, because now maybe he's connecting them. The Father's Temple did look like the World Between Worlds, as well as remember in Rebels on the temple in Lothal.
Mm-hmm.
It has the ones on the side of it, and it was an entrance to the World Between Worlds. So there's something tied with the ones, the Mortis gods, and the World Between Worlds. It's like gotta be what's gonna make Anakin be so powerful and influential. Like he's supposed to be the father to fulfill his destiny. That's what the father says to him.
Yeah, and the father's role is to keep the balance between the force and, from what I kind of assume, like to protect. I don't want to say protect the force, but in a sense, sort of like the power, the balance of it, you know. So I mean, it's already kind of been hasn't it been it's been confirmed that Abeloth is going to be part of
Pretty
Ahsoka.
much.
So like, yeah.
Yeah, pretty
So I
much.
mean, it'll be interesting because like obviously like I feel like Balin is being drawn towards Abeloth. And we didn't see her in the Mortis arc, so she's kind of like new, even to people that have seen the Mortis arc. You know, obviously not the people that know her from Legends, but she's new to me because I haven't read any of that continuity. So it'll be cool to see how it all plays in together. You know, I don't know if Ahsoka could be the daughter. You know, I kind of don't want that, but somebody kind of has to take that place, right? It'll
Ahsoka already is the daughter because she dies in the Mortis arc and then gets the daughter's life essence transferred into her.
yeah. So I guess what I'm saying is I just hope that she doesn't take the daughter's role in the sense of kind of like what we were talking about earlier, staying on like Peridia with, the father, Anakin, and the new son, who would be Balin, potentially. We'll see. So what other stuff did you guys see from the Mortis arc that you think could tie into what we got going here in Ahsoka season 2?
What do you got, nerd?
I didn't really write anything else down because I realized it would have taken me forever to watch and take notes because I told Outer Rim, like, I'll be in the middle of taking a note and then I'll hear something else and I have to fucking pause it and then go back and listen to what I just fucking heard. But let's see. I got here that like when Kenobi first meets up with Qui-Gon's Force Ghost, which I'm not sure if that was actually Qui-Gon's Force Ghost or if that was the son fucking with Kenobi. But it didn't really seem much like the son messing with him like he did with Anakin as Shmi. Oops, fuck, there goes my phone. Oh well, fuck it. But it said when he meets with Qui-Gon, Qui-Gon says that Mortis is a conduit through which the entire force of the universe flows, and that Anakin's powers as the Chosen One will be discovered, and if not, that Mortis is a very dangerous place for him to be.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, okay, what the fuck is Mortis, and why is this like? If Anakin is not the Chosen One, why is this place very like dangerous for him?
Yep. So, and there's another thing I caught too. So, that at one point when Anakin is going to go and see the brother in episode 3 of the Mortis arc, the father's like, yeah, Anakin went to go see him, right? It's kind of, he's going to let the fate of the Force, the will of the Force, dictate what's going to happen. And Obi-Wan's like, well, we're going to go find him and stop him from talking to the son. And the father's like, no, you can't interfere. You're not allowed to interfere. It's not part of the destiny. Obi-Wan's like, the fact that we're here on Mortis and Anakin's just not on this planet alone means that we're meant to be here and interfere. So if they're meant to be there and interfere, and then Ahsoka gets imbued with the daughter's force energy to keep her alive, the light side energy, I think that it can also connect too. It shows that like Anakin and Ahsoka are tied to some of the fate of these Mortis God beings. And that's why in the Ahsoka show, she will be taking the role of the daughter. She will become more important. Anakin will be taking the role of the father on top of the father telling him he's the chosen one and he's destined to keep his children in balance, to keep the force in balance, right? I think that's another thing that ties into why Ahsoka is also going to be a part of this Mortis God theory.
That's deep. That's cool, man. I definitely agree with you. That makes a lot of sense. I just, again, like, I don't know where it's going in the sense of finalization, but I just want to see more of Ahsoka past this season in like a more active role. But that's
I'm
cool.
like in between. I'm not sure. It depends how active she is, like in terms of what, and if they can do it gracefully. But I am more in the camp of I want her to be kind of Mortis arc related, Mortis related. I think it would be good that she can chill more with Anakin, and then it's like, okay, she's not dead, but she's not super around all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I mean, it's not like she's been around for any other major fucking events. So why start having her around?
No, exactly. And then it makes sense why, there's no talk about her and anything between the sequels and the original trilogy. like in terms of when we get to the sequel trilogy, why she's not involved in Luke's Jedi Order, any of that.
Mhm. Yeah, no, it would make sense. It would make sense. I just I have reservations. I just want more Ahsoka, man. I'm just a huge fan. I'm just a huge fan. What can I say? But this will
Nah,
be
I
cool
love
because
it,
like
man.
this season, like they're going to places where like we haven't gone before in Star Wars. It's all fresh, new. Like we have an idea, obviously, from the Mortis arc you're talking about now. Kind of what to expect, but it's all new. So like for me, I'm like, I don't know where they're gonna go with this. It'll
Yeah.
just I'm here for the ride.
Dude, I'm so here for it. I'm gonna drop a whole video going over like my Mortis arc breakdown. I'm gonna break down the Mortis arc, but I'm also gonna then see how those connections are gonna connect to Ahsoka, and I'm just gonna do like a whole theory video on like compiling all my Ahsoka theories.
Mhm. When's the release? We don't even have a release date for Ahsoka, do we?
It's potentially November. That's what Bryce Dallas Howard said. November of next year.
Okay. You know, she was at New York Comic Con. I wanted to go see her. I just there were so many people at Comic Con. It was tough. I was with my friends, but I really wanted to go see her. I just watched Jurassic Park, and I forgot that she does a lot of work. That's how I know her name, not even from Jurassic Park, but from directing on.
She's so good. She is the type of person that needs to direct more in Star Wars. She is a
Mhm.
huge fan, huge passion, a lot of talent. Some of her best episodes of Mandalorian are under her purview. I'm so
Exactly.
excited for her 2 episodes of Ahsoka. I like cannot wait.
So is Dave Filoni directing any personally? Like I
The
think he did
first
for
and the
season
last
one.
one,
Okay, okay,
I
that's
think.
cool. That's cool. I have high expectations for the whole series, but especially for Dave's episodes. Typically, if he's like directing it, it's probably like I don't want to say more important, but more impactful, maybe for lack of a better word.
Yeah.
Um, if he's taking the reins, you know, it must be something kind of important or special. So.
Yeah, I just hope it's good, and I hope Iger doesn't come in now and is like, "Oh yeah, well this is all connected to George Lucas characters and like stuff from the Clone Wars. Let's mess it up." I hope he doesn't come
Well,
in and.
yeah, I mean the production wrapped though. I think so. I
Yeah,
don't
but
think
you
there's
just
much room for him.
you just cut shit out, bro. Then you do a little reshoot here and there. You just like
Yeah,
you're
that's
like, "Oh,
true.
cut that, cut that."
That's very true. One thing I know Rosario Dawson did say, a little bit of a side tangent, was that I know she tweeted saying that like, oh, like we just wrapped filming, like this was so great, like the force is strong with this crew, like can't wait to see you guys again. Something kind of like along those lines. And people are speculating that like her saying like, oh, can't wait to see you again or see you next time, whatever phrasing she used that can potentially mean that she's either going to be an heir to the empire or there could be a sequel or like another season of Ahsoka, potentially
Yeah,
season 3.
we'll see. They're kind of really dialing back on live action Star Wars shows after Ahsoka. So
Yeah,
we
which
got no
rightfully
idea.
so. Some haven't performed well, but this one's got me excited. I think I'm the most like curiously excited like to see what they're going to do, and like more so than anything that
Yeah.
they've put out in the last like 5 or 10 years.
Same. This has me actually making like wanting to make a lot of videos on it. Like I want to go deep into it, dive into it. I want to just get all crazy with it.
Yeah, it's cool, man. Like they're going for it, and I hope that Dave swings for the fences and he hits a home run.
Same
Fingers
here.
crossed.
Let's see. So, boys, we're at 3 hours and almost 15 minutes here.
I'm like, how long do you guys usually go for?
We've done a bunch of 2.5s, right?
Yeah.
No,
We,
this
we
was
do got one more kind of big piece of news before we got the AI reaction videos. Mr. George Lucas is very happy with his life now. Very happy that he has moved on from Star Wars. Um, but if we take a look at a couple of things, especially like I mean, I don't have any pictures pulled up, but if you look, especially if you watch the video of him signing that contract, he's devastated. He looks completely lifeless. But then you go and look at all these photos from the recent like Empire magazine or um whatever fucking magazine interviewed him for his narrative art shit. He looks so happy that he's not dealing with this shit anymore.
Oh, there's definitely a weight taken off his shoulders. He gave his little chirp at Disney when he was like, it's a lot harder to make a museum than make movies. So I think he's making a chirp over at Disney there, being like, you guys are having trouble making movies, that's the easy shit. Museum is harder. But yeah, no, like I mean, based on what we talked about before too, like he got totally lied to by Iger. Iger and him had this beef. And he said like leaving Star Wars now is like it's like having an ex-girlfriend. You don't drive by her house, don't talk to her, don't text her, or whatever, right? You got to completely cut ties, and that's what he's doing, and I respect him for it.
Yeah, I mean,
Happy?
dudes, what?
Headphones kind of doubt, but can you guys hear me?
Yeah, we got you.
Yeah.
George is happy, bro.
Yeah.
That man created of all time. So
Created the modern mythology that will be timeless. I'm happy he's happy.
personally, but the fans put him through a lot with the prequels.
Yeah, they did. And
to see now.
It's crazy, dude. I mean, I grew up with prequels, so I love the prequels, and of course, a lot of people our generation weren't the vocal ones out there. But even then, internet wasn't like what it is now. So much of the vocal stuff came from critics. But yeah, a lot of fans were definitely crazy that were super OT diehards.
Because like I didn't realize up until about 2020, like COVID, that there was so much hate for the prequels. I grew up on them like you, and I'm sure like you did, nerd. Like, and I thought that those are some of the best Star Wars movies. You can't like discredit the OT, but I like the prequel trilogy more. It holds a more dear place in my heart.
Yeah, I mean,
to learn.
they're all different. The prequels is a family like political intrigue, like it's really an opera, a tragedy, and then the original trilogy is this new age coming of like new hero story, especially at the time when he was making it. It's a little bit more westernish feel, space cowboy, totally different vibe than the prequels. And at their core, they're just so well told. They're so well done. Say we want about dialogue, especially for the prequels, but story wise, that I would love to watch more of that political drama. Nope. Donnie can't hear you. Oh, where'd he go? Oh no, technical difficulties. I think it's a sign.
I think it is a sign.
All right, boys.
Yeah, I guess
Donnie, can you hear
Donnie's
us?
done for.
Yeah, I think he might be done for. So let's call it.
Wait.
Oh, yeah,
Can you guys hear me?
we can hear you now. Yeah.
All right. No, that's cool. No, that's cool. My headphones were kicking out. But yeah, if you guys want to call it, go over the AI video, whatever you want to do. It's up to you guys.
I gotta head out, so I'm gonna call it.
I'm ready to call
Cool.
it. Not
Your
gonna
boy's
lie.
starving over here. All
Yeah,
right,
it's
cool,
getting
cool.
late. This was awesome, guys.
Yeah, I appreciate you having me on. Thank you so much, bro.
Oh,
Of course,
absolutely,
brother.
dude. Dude, you're always welcome back at Yoda's Hut.
Cool, man. Cool. We'll definitely we'll chief it up in here. Keep the fire going.
Absolutely. And thank everyone who
Solid.
tuned in, and commented. Love it, appreciate it. We'll be back in about a month from now. Reminder, we do this about every try to do the last Saturday of every month. So once a month. But we will let you guys know and when we'll post about it in our next episode.
And may the force be with you always. Peace.
And may the force be with you.
Munchies I have to the temple kitchen.